Welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry, Onikakushi-Hen. So, yeah, I announced I wasn't going to stream due to connection issues, but finally it was fixed by someone in the house, so we still got a tech coming tomorrow. So thankfully we'll see what happens tomorrow then. I see Maroon. So, yeah, let me get a couple bottles of water and a cup of water real quick before I start this, cause I just forgot about that. And yeah, indeed, Maroon. And thanks for all the cheers, Maroon. Really appreciate that. And I'm back. Have to run upstairs to get some bottles. Okay, now let's get started. The function of this school as an educational facility is very questionable. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganized. The only things we do together are warm-ups at the start. The teacher isn't there after that. All we do is play together. Sounds like recess to me. Recess to me. No helping it. Everybody's a different age or gender. Nice PE uniforms, though. The only rule was that we have to stay on school grounds while exercising. All the little kids were gallivanting about. Well, they certainly are being active. They might get, oh my god. They might be getting plenty of exercise, but the Board of Education probably completely forgot about this school. Sorry to keep you waiting. We're all together now. What shall we do today for PE? Alright. We have all of our members gathered now. Yeah, it is, Maroon. Now then, class representative, what shall we do for PE today? What shall we do? Mion harumphed and crossed her arms haughtily, surveying the area. Explosive power and endurance. There are no friends in the world of sports. The only thing that you can trust in is your own body. What do you mean by that? You really read too much manga. I quit without missing a beat. And so, we'll be taking a lesson from history. The tried and true king of all outdoor melee events. Let's play tag. It was quite the adorable choice to make after playing it up so much. Oh yeah, they are maroon. Just what I was hoping for. That dunderhead, Keiji-san, shall be the first one to be it. I won't be beaten. I'll try my best too. You can't beat me. Why are you guys all so into it? The third rule of our society, you must partake in the game, enjoying it without question. Then this counts as a club activity? Everyone smirked at each other. They all seem pretty confident. I'm a man. Physically, I should be able to keep up with any girls my own age. Regardless, Mion and Satoko looked like they were aiming for victory, and Rena was looking for me as if I was pitying my disadvantage. Fine, tag. I'm in! My yell echoed across the school grounds. These were the rules. Anyone who was able to evade being tagged before the bell was a winner. But we didn't switch who was it. The ones who were tagged by it also became it. So the number of people who were it could increase exponentially. The end game would become such a siege. Yeah, I used to do it all the time when I was a kid myself. They called the version we're playing Here's Zombie Tag, you see. I see, anyone infected by a zombie turns into a zombie. That sounds like that mode in Halo. Why do you make it sound so scary? I wonder. As soon as I catch Rena, I'm going to tear out her entrails while she's still alive. Gross! Keiji-kun, that's gross! I couldn't resist screenshotting that. Rika-chan placed her hand on Rena's head as she panicked. I know, right, Maroon? Don't worry, before Keiji gobbles you down, I'll eat you up gently. Oh my god, that sounded so wrong. Rika, that isn't comforting at all. Both Mion and I nodded deeply. So the first it, how do you decide who's the zombie? With rock, paper, scissors? Well, it is class time. Meep. Hi, Chasey's. How are you doing tonight? Well, it is class time after all. Let's decide by answering questions. I'll ask the question, and the one who isn't able to answer is the zombie. I have no idea which grade level they're coming from. What does the Japanese roku mean? Huh? I was bewildered by the sudden question. Galwano is good, by the way. Mion repeated it. So you need to answer. What's roku in English? It's 6. How about Kusushita? Socks. What's the third last letter in the alphabet? Is it X? I got it right. It's X. What does Seibetsu mean? Of course I know what that is. Satoko cuts herself off before finishing the answer. I see. It's quite a lewd question. You're an adult, aren't you? Of course you know what it is, right? I certainly do. Of course I know. Then go ahead and say it. That you know that. What does that mean exactly? How? Satoko looks like she's in trouble. How cute. Okay, I can't remember if I checked this, but I want to see how her cute mode looks. Looks pretty adorable, though. Don't take her home. It's a crime. If I didn't nib it in the bud, she really might have to try to take her home. Mion's pursuit was relentless, making Satoko stammer. Now then, go ahead and say it nice and loudly. What does that mean? I do know. I do know. Say it. That means a person, thing, idea, action, or event which has been previously indicated in context. Huh? All of us were a bit surprised by Rika-chan's unexpected answer. I see. Oh, it certainly is what that means. That could have been awkward. I wonder what I would have done in Satoko's position. I'd probably get ticked off and just blurt out, you know what, at the top of my lungs. I wouldn't want you as an enemy, Mio and Sonosaki. Thank goodness you were born a girl. If I were a boy, you'd probably be a perverted, perverted jerk. It appears I have no choice. Unfortunately, I, Satoko Hojo, shall assume the role of the zombie. I shall eat everyone. Seems like she's raring to go. All I must do is count to 100%, correct? Some jerks skip numbers while counting to 100%. So you can start chasing after you solve this problem. Whoa, Keiji-kun, give her a simple one, okay? 1/5 of a cake, 1/6 of a cake, and 1/7 of a cake are all on a plate. Oh no! There are no common denominators. Satoko grabbed a stick in a panic and began drawing a cake and fractions on the ground. Yeah, if Satoko, who can eat one cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them, how many cakes are left on the plate? Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mion shouted, "Ready, go!" On Mion's signal, everyone but Satoko scattered. Keiji-kun, that wasn't a problem at all, was it? Satoko had already lost the moment she started working it out. She's eating it all, so of course there's nothing left on the plate. Everyone dashed off in the direction they thought was best. Knowing the lay of the land, they probably headed right to the best spots. It was obvious I was at a disadvantage. At a time like this, it would have been more effective to go along with those trained in survival skills, like Mion, for example. The fact that I didn't realize that at the start of the game probably hurt my chances. Glancing back over the school grounds, I saw Satoko just rising up to start. She was really, really mad. She got tripped up on such a dumb question. Yeah, indeed, Maru. I stood at one of the corners of the school. I had clear sight lines in two directions and would probably have a good response time if any zombies started closing in. For the time being, I caught my breath and focused on what I was trained to think during club activities yesterday. Now think calmly, Keiji Ibata. If I was it, what would I do? Increasing my numbers would be the shortcut to victory? And going after the weakest player first is the obvious plan of attack? Meaning me? Now then, where could Keiji-san possibly be? I shan't let you escape. Of course. What would be the best method to track me down? What would the best... Oh, footprints or smell, or maybe some type of trail. If I could craftively hide my tracks, then there would be no trails for Satoko to follow. But I was no detective. Why would I even... Would I be able to do that kind of thing in an amateur game like this? Omita Okamura! Have you seen Keiji-san recently? What? Do zombies hunt their prey by asking nicely where they went? Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun pointed to the location where I was hiding. After confirming she was headed in this direction, I abandoned my position. It wasn't easy to hide myself with all those little kids running around as they pleased. It was becoming even more obvious that I was at a disadvantage from not being familiar with these surroundings. If that's how it was going to be, then to confront this intelligence-gathering zombie, I just encounter it in a similar vein. I approached some girls playing with a ball. I'm sorry, but could you relay this message? Tell Satoko Hojo that her parents are at the gate, please. Message. Okay. I stopped the girls as they turned to run off. Yeah, indeed. Wait, don't go yet. Also, take this one to Mio and Sonosaki. Tell her the teacher's calling her to the gate. I am quite the schemer, if I do say so myself. If things went well, then Satoko and Mio would run into each other at the gate. It would put me at a disadvantage if more people were it. But this was Mio we were talking about. She figured out a way to escape. That was just fine. As long as she brought me more time. Dance for me, Mio and Satoko. In the palm of my hand. Having my fill of playing the con man, I looked for a place to hide. If you think about it logically, I'd only bought myself a scant amount of time. And it might even come back to bite me. Once it became apparent I'd started spreading false information through messengers, I could end up being recipient of one of those messages. Satoko would probably ask the messenger to help her look for me. That would mean there would be more zombies than participant in this game. Yeah, definitely. The virus that was brought about by my mischief could cause an epidemic. All my classmates would transform into zombies and would only be searching for me. This tactic might backfire horribly. While trembling at the thought of the impending dawn of the dead, I began searching for a safe house. I found the shed by the incinerator behind the school. After climbing up to the roof, I held my breath. It wasn't a bad place to hold out. Not only did I have a good line of sight, but if necessary, I could jump off in 3 different directions to escape. It was getting rowdy down there. The lower grades were running around below the shed. Ibata-san isn't around. Is he over there? Nope! Where's Keiji-san, I wonder? Dad is at the front gate. That was definitely a lie. The word gate same one I'd used gave a hint of revenge. Yeah, indeed, Chases. So Mion was behind this. I was still keeping one step ahead of the game. I felt bad for my underclassmen. They have to search until the school bell. Hey, do you know where Keiji-san is at? His mom suddenly got really sick. A message for Meibara-san. They said his house caught fire and he really needs to come to the gate. A jumbo jet fell off on top of the Meibara residence. The police have come to question him. Anything goes now. Oh my god! They say he enjoys peeping into bathrooms. What? Huh? Is it true that he's going around every night stealing panties? Oh my god! What are they talking about? I heard he wears panties on his head and smell them and stuff. Oh my god! That is nasty. I heard he wears panties on his head and smells them and stuff. I know, right? No way I would do that! I heard that class representative, Mion, was a victim too. What? God! This was your doing, Mion. Calm down, Keiji Mabata. This is Mion battle tactic to flush me out. Just hold on. My underclassmen thought about it logically. They would know it's all nonsense. But small kids don't think about things logically. To them, all those things were true, so they chuckled together while looking for me. I win, Mio. It's my victory. Wiping unrelenting tears away, I felt intoxicated by my own victory. Did you hear? I heard that the new transfer student, Meibara-san, is a really perverted person. Yeah! The cost of beating Mion at too high of a price. Ah! Oh, someone passed below. That's Rena and Rika-chan. Rika-chan, you're still okay? I'm getting by somehow. Seems Mi-chan is it as well. Mion? It couldn't be. She become it because of my little strategy. This confirmed that Mion was behind this relentless message war. Then, this wasn't good. We finally got away from Mi-chan, but Satoko-chan, Satsuko's searching around the pipe, so we should be safe here for a while. On hearing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. While Rena was slumped on the ground, breathing heavily, Rika-chan had started creeping up to her. Rika-chan doesn't normally make noise when she walks, but it's strange. It couldn't be. Whoa! Rika-chan? What is it? What is it? How? Don't worry. I never seen Rika-chan smile so creepily before. Why are you coming closer? Why? Isn't a zombie... Is she? Rika-chan isn't a zombie, is she? Don't be scared. I'll be sure to eat you gently. No way! Rika-chan, no! Eek! Rena was pressed against the wall, and Rika-chan lurched forward with both arms out, just like a zombie. Alright, enjoy. Rena quaked with her back pushed up against the wall. It was quite a surreal scene of horror, like one of those zombie breakout videos you'd see on VHS. At the moment, Rena's eyes met mine. Keiji-kun, save me! Zombie Rika-chan turned 180 degrees, exorcist style, and glared at me. Oh my god, I'm just envisioning that now. Like that head spin, of course. Oh, I see. There we go. Now I can see the chat easily. Found him. I see K-chan. Mion popped out from behind cinder block wall around the garbage dump. Also seeing where I was. My position was only advantages was when there was one zombie. Being surrounded was not as good. You said you located Keiji-san. I could tell that Satoko was rushing my way. It seemed that Rika-chan had let Rena escape. And now she was barring her fangs in my direction. Come on down. Oh, Keiji-san. Oh, Kei-chan. The three zombies circled the shed, moaning curses. Scary zombie. Okay, I gotta stop now. You guys are scary, too scary. I wonder how Keiji-san guts taste. Oh, I wonder how Keiji-san guts taste. Keiji-san. Wink, wink. Keiji, I want you to become one of us. Someone please save me! I saw Rena apologizing to me from across the schoolyard. An apology? Sorry. Leaving me for dead? Rena! Woof woof. I leaped off the roof out of fear, slipping as I landed. Satoko and Rena jumped on top of me, and after straddling me, they tickled me all over my body. Stop! Stop! Wah! Meow. So this means Rena's still left. There isn't much time until the bell. Rena! How dare you? How dare you leave me for dead? I didn't even expect that. The feelings of a zombie. I understood how vengeful ghosts with lingering regrets felt. It's sad. So sad. But Keiji is one of us now. It felt like I'd been bitten by a vampire and was now one of their thralls. It was a strange feeling being welcomed over to the side that pursued me. What about this, Chasees? You remember this? Zombie tech is quite profound. Quack, quack. This is no time to postulate. We must capture Rena. The principal is walking down the hall. The bell will ring soon. To devour Rena, I, who had turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use any means necessary. Except I wasn't just a zombie. I was a master of the night, a vampire, using the same tricks that had tightened the noose around my neck. I used my classmates to further my evil designs. I gathered up the lower grades from around the school grounds. Everyone listen. Rena's in big trouble. All of you please look for Rena. It's a bigger problem than a jumbo jet crashing into your family's house. Oh yeah, it had turned into that, hadn't it? Whistled nonchalantly, trying to avoid the blame. Yeah, it's not even the same league as jumbo jets. What fell on Rena's house? Was a space colony. A space colony? Yeah, it's a really big disaster. Everything in a 100-kilometer radius was obliterated. That's only the prelude to this tragic tale. This is the beginning. The start of a war for independence by the propagandability of Zeon. The lower grades are dumbfounded. Their eyes like saucers at a grand turn of events. What happened? Will the Terran Federation lose? Things go on like this, they will. Only one person can defeat the Red Comet. That person is Rena Ryugu. Yeah, indeed. The lower grade students all gulped. It seems It seemed I made them fully understand that the fight for the Earth was lost without Rena. Now scatter, comrades! We must find Rena. My comrades in the lower grades let out an enthusiastic cheer and dashed off in various directions around the school grounds. There was still one person who hadn't gone. But I thought even the Terran Federation Impulse Wave diffusal cannon didn't work on the Comet Empire. You're close, that's the white variety of those comets. The reason it didn't work was because they didn't know the weak point. Of course, Rena knows their weak point all too well. Ryugu-san is amazing. Dissatisfied with that, he also rushed off to look for Rena. It does seem like there are some promising up-and-comers amongst the youngsters. Little Kei-chan's ability, this old man knows them better now. It didn't really feel like she was complimenting me, but whatever. Really though, how exceptional, Keiji-san. This looks quite promising. If we have this many, we can win. With this many, we will win. I was thinking that Keiji would have been a nominee for the initial zombie. Pika-chan's words sung a bit, but I'd let it slide for now. Not even Rena would be able to escape the entire class. And hi Nate, how are you doing tonight? Since the chat list is telling me you're watching. Not even Rena-chan would be able to escape the entire class. As a result of everyone's thorough search, Rena was finally cornered in the back of the sports equipment shed. You're all scary! Again, I can't resist screenshotting this. Keiji-kun too! So scary. It probably was scary being chased around by the entire student body. All the lower grades closed in on Rena, saying she was the only one who could save the world. What are you all saying? I can't control a mech. Yeah, indeed. Rena, how could you leave me for dead? Oh, Rena, how could you leave me for dead? Are you ready to pay for it? I'm sorry about that, Keiji-kun, but I didn't have a choice. Do not resist. Let yourself be devoured. Let's all be together. Now, Rena, say your prayers. Rena had stumbled onto a mat, trembling with tears in her eyes. I closed in, associating the situation with a similar, particularly immoral one. Made my pulse quicken just a little bit. Tatsuko and Rika-chan were both wiggling their fingers. They probably wanted to tickle Rena. Rena, wanting no part of what she knew was about to happen, went stiff with fear. Keiji-kun, you wouldn't do mean things like that like everyone else, would you? Would you? I wonder. How? Now then, are you ready? Okay, so long as it's Keiji-kun. The face she made as she resigned herself to her fate made my heart skip a beat. I believe that Keiji-kun won't do horrible things to me. Her body won't move. That had to be some sort of anti-zombie mantra. The second my sense of reason chimed in, the beast inside me died instantly. There was a bell. Game over. Yay! I did it! I did it! I survived! Yay! Yay! Rena pranced around merrily as if a curse had been broken. So daylight broke in the nick of time, and the evil zombie army disintegrated into dust, and so the heroine survived. Well, that's how it goes in the movies anyway. What are you impostulating about? This is all because Keiji-san was dawdling about. Punishment is required. I was subdued by Satoko and Rika-chan and once again sentenced to death by 100 tickles. Eek! Forgive me, eek! Then the reward for surviving goes to Rihanna Ryugu and Mion Sonosaki. Yay! Huh? Mi-chan wasn't a zombie? Only pretended to be one. They say you need to deceive your allies before you can deceive the enemy, you know. Oh, Mion, you little... Yeah, hurry up and change, alright? Don't be late for the next class. Let go of me, Satoko and Rika-chan. Go on! Having had my fill of being terrified to my very core by club activities, I solemnly swore I would have Mion crying for mercy next time. Yeah, indeed. After arriving home, I quickly made preparation to head out once again. I had agreed to meet with Rena to dig Colonel Sanders out of that mountain of treasure from before. Mom, do we have work gloves? I need towels too. Aren't they in the shed out back? The towels are by the sink. Alright, now I was all ready. Looking at me, my mom stared quizzically. What's going on, Keiji? Where are you headed to in that get up? If they come to the dump again illegally, he'll be buried completely and it'll be impossible to dig him out. And if that happens, Rena will undoubtedly go after the Colonel Sanders in front of the fried chicken place in town. A bit of excavating so my classmate doesn't become a criminal. Well, don't be out too late. Mom returned to the kitchen with a puzzled expression still on her face. I see, Maroon. Cutting through the woods as a shortcut to the dam site, I ran into someone. It's him. It was Tomitake-san. Probably taking pictures of the wild birds again with that precious camera of his. It couldn't be all that. Couldn't be that all he took pictures of was handsome young men in the twilight. Hey, long time no see, Keiji-kun, right? My due regards. I expelled the rude imagery from my head and greeted him without inciting anything. By the way, was that girl an acquaintance of yours? He was probably talking about Rena. Guessing by the way Tomitake-san was shaken up. What was that all about? She was walking around with an axe. And she was laughing with a huge smile on across her face. That was Rena without a doubt. It was probably because she could take it home today, so she couldn't hide her excitement. I hid myself because I thought it might be dangerous. Should I call the cops? Dave? Well, it certainly would be quite the spectacle for a girl of her age to be roaming around with an axe. Tomitake-san's reaction was the epitome of logical. It's fine. Just leave her be. She's just wandering around looking for more victims. Tomitake-san was alarmed by my crass response. Oh, it's probably hard for normal people to understand Rena. I'll just toss a bunch of lies out there. If you were to be killed out there, she'd probably be the one to do it. Try not to snoop too much around here. With a condescending smirk, I start off in the direction of the dam site where Rena was waiting. Before I got too far, Tomitake-san abruptly called out to me. Keiji-kun, is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? I didn't mean that seriously. I did try to make it obvious, but... I'll try my best to be careful. Leaving only those words behind, Tomitake-san turned around and left. I didn't really mean to call him an outsider. I wasn't really implying anything when I said that. It was only meant to be a joke, but it felt like I said something bad. Oh yeah, you did. Keiji-kun, I was waiting for you. Let's try our best today. I understood what Tomitake-san was trying to say. Somebody gallivanting about waving an axe around certainly would seem dangerous. You should cover the axe with something when you have it in public. Not good to carry it around out in the open like that. Seems that I lost it, so there isn't one. Thinking about it, there really was no need to try to keep up appearances. Everyone in Hinamizawa probably already knew about Rena's eccentricities. Yeah, they definitely are, Pisces. He's probably the only person who could carry an axe around Hinamizawa and not be considered suspicious. Ah, well. Yeah, indeed. Let's finish this today. If we bust through the last beam, we should be able to pull him out. Got everything I need. Leave it to me. Okay. I took the axe from Rena and made my way up to the unstable slope. Just wait, Colonel Sanders. Keiji-kun will save you. Alright, get back. I'll finish this in one go. A solid thwack rang through Hinamizawa, as if the job was being done by a lumberjack. How is it? Think you can do it? If it looks too hard, You don't have to strain yourself. If I can break through this, then we'll all be good. I have plenty of power today. I can do it. But this adversary was formidable than I expected. First of all, I'd never used an axe before. During a school camping trip, I wanted to split the wood, but I lost at a rock, paper, scissors and wasn't able to do it. What do you mean, Marie? Because the spot where I was... Oh. Because the spot where I was standing was so unstable, I soon became tired. I decided to take a break. Rena had already spread out a tarp and laid down some teas and sweets. I'm fine. I'm almost there. I'll make sure Rena can give Colonel Sanders a goodnight kiss tonight. Yeah, thanks. Giving Colonel Sanders a goodnight kiss. Oh, come to think of it, Rena, you're a transfer student too, right? Where did you live before? I asked her nonchalantly while drinking tea. I had thought she lived here all her life. In Kanto. It wasn't as rural as it was out here, but it was still out in the countryside. When you think of Pokemon with that name, even though I know Kanto is an actual region or town, I don't know. Why did you move here? To Hinamizawa, I mean. You know, this is pretty far out in the boonies. And now I'm just thinking you should just change Rave's appearance to look like her, just for me. Why did you move here? Does it have to do with your dad's work? Dad said he wanted to move out to a studio. I see, Scenic. How are you doing tonight? Dad said he wanted to move out of the studio. He'd been saying for a while that somewhere deep in the mountains like this would be perfect. Studio? Is your father an artist or something? He paints scenery. Seems that twice a year he opens a gallery for the stuff he does. When he started, his work were displayed in a industry plaza in Tokyo, but now they're exhibited in the Makuhari mess. He's determined to have them displayed in the Waterfront International Exhibition Hall. That's amazing! Let me see them next time. I was too embarrassed to tell her that I didn't really know what kind of pictures my father painted. Well, eventually I would. I picked myself up a while giving some vague answers. But you transferred in the middle of the semester, didn't you? Wasn't that a hassle? Not really. I was getting bored of the city anyway. I was trying to get answers from Rena, but I ended up being the one giving out all the answers. With a bit of wary smile on my face, I grabbed the handle of the axe and headed back to the work site. The air grew colder as the sun slowly set. The Higurashi began their song, as if telling me to stop and head home for the day. Just a bit more, today I would end it. When I first started, I chatted with Rena as I worked, but now I didn't have that luxury. Hooah! Hooyah, you little... Dang it. I had swung the axe countless times today, just like this. Contact shards of wood splintered. The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. I recall that passage from the tabloid. One hit with something like this would smash someone's head in. Axes and pickaxes, not something to be swung at people ever. Hopefully, with one last swing, the beam cracked apart. The weight I put behind my axe Not only split through the beam, but smashed the statue's shoulders as well. Ah, jeez. The arm came off with a sickening sound. It clattered down noisily, stopping at my feet. Ah. What's the matter? Are you hurt? Sorry, the figure's arm. I broke it off. Oh, that's all. I thought Keiji-kun hurt himself. I probably had a really guilty look on my face. Rena said that without a hint of dismay as she smiled. We just need to tape it back on and put a coat over him. Nobody will even notice. I see. Let's pull him out then. Can you get that side? Okay. Seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. I laughed dryly at how pathetic I was for considering the arm flopping down and rolling to my feet to be such a bad omen. Both Rena and Mio knew how sickening that incident was, so they pretended that they didn't know. I had looked it up all by myself, and shamefully enough, I was scared. You're pathetic, Keiji Mibara. Alright, Rena, let's do this in one go. Ready, and... Whoa! We did it, Keiji-kun! Yay! The right time to give 3 cheers. That moment of 2 days of work bearing fruit. He who was brought to Hinamizawa covered in filth to meet his end. Instead, we were able to welcome him back. You're pretty lucky, Colonel Sanders. Your new master is a pretty decent person. Ah, Colonel Sanders. He really is cute. And I keep thinking of the Colonel Sanders from Spaceballs as well. It didn't matter that he was dirty. Rena nuzzled him cheerfully with her cheek. I was dead tired, but seeing Rena's happy face made it all worth it. I'll help you carry it back. It'd be bad if it gets dark. Yeah, right. I really want to thank you, Keiji-kun. I won't forget this. Think real hard about what you'll do to repay me, okay? Whoa. I wonder what kind of repayment. I wonder. For now, I just hold back my evil cackle. We were ready to take it to our house, but we couldn't go like this. We rolled the statue up in the tarp and lifted him. And so Jack and Jill went down the hill, carrying a human-sized bag and an unsheathed axe. I prayed that we wouldn't run into Tomitake-san. He saw us here and took a picture. We'll need to get rid of him, lol. That meant to be a warning for an outsider like me. Something struck me as odd as about the words Tomitake-san, unable to grasp my sense of humor, had left behind. Yeah, indeed, Chasees. And definitely maroon. What kind of name is Rena? Yeah, I actually created a backup in case my streams go haywire again. Alright, what kind of name is Rena? Rena's not here. Do you know where she is, Keiji? Huh? She was just here, actually. Hopefully, maroon. Oh, she was just here, actually. Hey, Mio. Where did Rena go? Rena? Didn't she go out to the bathroom? She did say that she's been having bowel troubles lately. Haven't heard anything about that. Satsuko, do you know where Rena went? Rena, you say. I just passed her in the hallway. Rena has class duties today, so she's off to water the flower bed. Ah, it's Rena's turn for class duty. That's very much appreciated. Rena. Upon hearing it repeated, a thought came to my mind. It's rude to say this about someone's name, but it's such a weird name. It was like some foreigner's name. Sounds about right. What kind of name is Rena, I wonder? What kind of kanji does her name use? Rena is her nickname. She has a proper name as well. What, really? I was sure that Rena Ryugu was her full name. Well, I understand you making that mistake since we only called her Rena. She even signs her name as Rena. It's like her real name in school. I wonder what her real name is. Let's ask her when she comes back. Satoko and Rika-chan looked at each other. You don't need to ask her. We'll tell you what it is. It's the Rei from Ore and the Na from Nara. Her real name is Reina Ryugu. Reina, is it? So it reads out as Rena instead of Reina. That's a pretty interesting reading. No, that's not it. Reina is the correct way. Let me see. Yeah, he did it anyway, Maroon. Rena told us that she wanted us to call her Rena. So we call her Rena. Hey, Chan. Rena is Rena, you know. Only strangers call her Reina. You get where this is going? I understood what Mion is saying. It doesn't matter what her real name was, only what names he used between us. Rena Ryugu is Rena. She's nobody other than that. I was thinking, if I had a nickname, would you call me by that? If it's good, what do you want to be called? Con Man? Rena then came back into the classroom. One of the juniors near the door told Rena people were looking for her. What's this now? Who's looking for me? I wonder. Seeing that both Mion and I sneered. Alif, Ryugu doth show herself. Con Man, you're quite sinister. Ha! What is this? Keiji-kun and Mi-chan are evil bailiffs. A con man? Reina no Suke Ryugu. Hopefully I said that right. Reina no Suke Ryugu. Today doth be when thou meetest thy maker. Have at thee! Wah! Suke-san, Kaku-san. Tell them what for. Aye, sir. I expect my fee to be paid by the Swiss bank account. Why again, Voltec? Since it's come to this, we have no choice. We'll just have a grand battle with 5 people. Yeah, definitely, Maroon. Rena's fierce punches exploded in the proper timing to take out the seal. The evil that was Mion and myself was vanquished in the end. I do hope that Rena does go on a journey to make the world a better place. How about heading to Nagata-cho? My destination is decided by where the cute stuff gathers. I told the bell that break... Oh, and congrats on leveling up, Maroon. The toll of the bell yeah, toll of the bell signal that break time was over. Come on, Keiji-kun, Mi-chan. Teacher's coming. I took Rena's hand and stood up. It was just as the teacher had entered the classroom. Sweet dreams. Good luck, Vault-Tec. I need to start saying that. Just one more hour. Man, oh man. I have to buckle down for one more. I just want to see this out of curiosity. No, seriously though, I know for certain you could, visual novels, programming-wise, are pretty easy to make. How was it, Kei-chan? So you went to Renaissance House? Wasn't it amazing? It was nothing like that, right? Right? Unlike my house, the Ryukyu residence wasn't newly constructed. It had been renovated from a pre-existing building. Well, the house itself was fine. The problem was the yard. There, it was crammed with rows upon rows of oddities. They were all the same as Colonel Sanders, stuff you'd see while walking around town. The cake shop's mascot, Little Licky. The Totemon in front of the pharmacy. She even had an amazing flying elephant on the top of the department store. That's quite the house Rena has. I'll agree with you that those are cute. But why the mailbox? Won't you get in trouble for that one? But how? So cute. She must have just thought about it, but because her face filled with delight. So is the bigger the better, just as long as it's big. And indeed, Maru. And her room displays the smaller one. I had a chance to see them before. And cute kids like Rika-chan are locked away in the basement. Yep, I'll keep anything. Okay, I'm seriously curious about that again. Oh, this is really gonna be an awful habit of mine. How cute. Yeah, you're up to like the Wrath of the Lich King level cap. So she takes anything she likes back to her nest. No ill will intended. Hey, Rena. You know about the Statue of Liberty in New York, right? Is that cute? Yeah, cute. Oh, I want it. Oh my god! Imagine how much trouble she'll get stealing the Statue of Liberty. Wonder how that would have handled back in like 1983. The US should probably come up with some countermeasures ASAP. If not, the Statue of Liberty really will take a trip to Hinamizawa in the not-so-distant future. I have no idea what she's up to. My apologies for keeping you waiting. Rika-chan had returned. No fun being called to the staff room. Did you do something? How rude! Rika isn't a hoodlum like Keiji-san. Haha! Nothing like that, Keiji-kun. Rika-chan is a member of the festival committee. Festival? The school cultural festival or something? Kei-chan, I already told you. It's the village festival, the Watanagashi. Oh, come to think of it, she did say there'd be a festival at the shrine during the next break. So what's this Watakanashi thing about? Is it like a floating lantern festival? I guess the last part where you set things adrift in a river is similar. Except we use cotton things like worn out futons and padded cloaks. It's a festival expressing thanks for their years of service. People living in Hinamizawa dumped their futons and padded cloaks in a stream. It sounds like it'd be a lot of trouble if it backed up the current. Maybe they should drop some fish in and have a fish wrangling competition. Skewer them and sprinkle a little salt. Oh man, I could smell it already. That's just summer camp. I never anticipated how destitute Keiji-san's imaginative capabilities would actually be. What? How could you tell I was thinking about something silly? It was written all over your face. What sort of face could have expressed what I imagined just now? Rena demonstrated for me. I see no argument here. It's nothing like that, you see. But you should still look forward to it. Let's all go together. I'll come get you that day. I don't really feel like going to festivals unless someone asked me to. I wouldn't get bored if these guys were going. You won't get bored. We're doing it again this year. Mion's proclamation came as she looked at each member in turn. What was this all about? The way Mion looked, it was probably our club's summer tradition. The Watakanashi 4-demon firefight. That sounds awful. What kind of name is that? I think it's a cute name though. I tried to object sharply, but since Rena looked happy about it, I decided it was pointless to fight it. Since Keiji is here this year, it becomes 5 demons. Rika-chan made a small correction in light of my presence. So how does this funky sounding club activity tie in to the festival? Oh, this is where you exhibit the skills you've nurtured through your daily club activities. Exactly. We show the full extent of the abilities that the best of the best have obtained through our daily trials and tribulations. But last year the mayor got angry, so we needed to make sure not to cause any problems this time. So basically we're doing club activities while checking out the stalls. Rika-chan really is the only one who explains things so they make sense. I see, so we'll be exhibiting on those busy festival grounds. Rena was right, of course that would be a reason for the mayor to get angry. But it's lots of fun. That was the only point I did not doubt. It would be without question fun. The day of the festival was drawing near. Well, putting that aside now, let's start our club activities today. And any objections? Nay! Our voices rang out in unison. There's lots of people. Card games really are the easiest to play. This really is the most basic of table games. Playing with the marked deck again? We'll use a new one today. There are no marks on the cards, so we're on equal footing. I wonder if this is the case. I wonder if that's really is the case. I will have to inspect them. Oh, that was fair. Just to be safe, everyone. Check their cards. Yes, he seems to be fine. Are you all satisfied? Then today, I guess, we'll play President. That's good for 5 people. Another standard card game. First one to get rid of all their cards wins. The basic rules: play a better card than the one before. You can play straights and pairs. There are various techniques that improve the game, like reversals. Because it's such a well-known game, there are lots of house rules for it as well. The name, for example, in my hometown, we called it Millionaire. I like to go over some details. Are the jokers wild? Can you make a reversal with the 3 threes? No jokers. Choose the highest. You can reverse a reversal. I don't know, I keep getting like this sort of Uno mindset with this. You can only make a reversal with 4 of a kind, not 3. Or goldfish. Also, you know how the peasant sends a good card to the president? None of that. While I was confirming the familiar rules, Tatsuko looked over at me cautiously. I probably should have tried to look more of an amateur. I was pretty used to this game. It's President, and it's with a new deck. Today I might be able to win. I had the gist of the rules now. That wasn't everything, was it? So what shall today's penalty be? About that, why don't we all write something down on slips of papers, and the loser has to draw one. Oh, that seemed like it'd be interesting. I'll write a nasty one and have Keiji-san draw it. It would be off if you wrote a bad one and drew it yourself. Just don't lose. Don't you know best? Mion handed out several slips of paper to everybody. And write down whatever and put it in this bag. When you lose, you stick your hand inside and pick one out. Well, obviously. Now then, what would be a good penalty? Worst case scenario, you draw what you wrote. Something too intense would be like digging your own grave. No penalty. Let's forbid that kind of idea from being written down. Rika-chan's casual suggestion caused Mion and to lurch to a sudden halt. That a grab bag. I see, Maroon. Ah, that's so sneaky, Mion-chan. She wrote, no penalty. And the corner of this slip is folded. I see. Just in case you lost, just grab the note with the folded corner and you'd be safe. That was a good idea. Diabolical as ever, Mio. Rika-chan is quite formidable too, being able to see through that. I couldn't underestimate her, even though she doesn't stand out. Everyone, don't write penalties are too mean, okay? Nobody agreed to Rena's proposal. Everyone was ruthless. It's fine, Rena. Just don't lose. Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll try hard so everyone has to pick the penalty I write. Rena was quite brutal, even though she usually appeared meek. Better not underestimate her either. I agree with that. I'm very curious what Rena's penalty is in particular. Everyone's penalty are scary. I still didn't know what Rika-chan's penalties would be like. Basically, you can afford to lose this game. Everybody here ready? You know, I just thought I think I just lost the game myself. I'm pretty sure everyone else who are watching heard this did as well. We all nodded determinedly, having confirmed that Mion dealt out the cards. Finally, the battle begins. Yeah, you just lost the game as well, Chases. I had a decent starting hand. Card after card was played in the middle. Not needing Mion to tell them, both Rika-chan and Satoko played their cards without hesitation. Rena and I were the only ones who paused to think. It seemed that Rena genuinely couldn't make up her mind, but I was different. I am so sorry, Chases, but still. I was like a shark stalking on his prey, just waiting for the right time to strike. What just happened? Huh? Will this work? Then I'll play this 3 and I'm out. 9, nobody. 8, 7, I'm out. 5 and 5. I'm out. And I'll discard the last one and I'm out. Ah! I missed my chance. The loser of the first round was, of all people, Mio. And I know it was certain. Today, I could win. Now then. Mi-chan, pull out one of the sips, okay? Mion, accepting her defeat, ground her on inside the bag and pulled out one piece of paper. What? Who did this? Who wrote this? Mion quivered and shrieked. What is it? What is it? Rena was also surprised when she peeked at it. What kind of terrible thing was written on it? Hit the principal on the head. Hey, wait. How is it bad? Oh, there we go. Keiji-san, do you not understand? The principal is balding and ashamed of it. Satoko yelled with a serious look on her face. She wasn't as loud as Mion's shriek. What could it be? The principal is a martial arts master. He boasts about traveling around the world perfecting his skills when he was younger. You know, now I'm curious if he even had a train from Bruce Lee as well. He switched to teaching after seeing the poor state of education in Japan after the war. He was inhuman, like World War II. At that guy's head? As the club president, there's no way I could set a bad example by refusing. You. Hoo-yah! She bellowed out a yell as she dashed off down the hallway. Wouldn't it have been easier to sneak out quietly and try to do it without making a fuss? Probably impossible. They said he's used to hunt sea slugs by sensing their presence. I could do nothing but wait with bated breath. Kerpow! A rumble shook the classroom. That's the principal's area opener. Oh god. Poop, pow, whack! Zang, kaboom! Following the launcher with a jab, strong, fierce combo. He's even using the meter. From how it sounds, the principal jumping fears sound like a multi-hit combo. Yeah, indeed, Maroon. I don't want to know. I could do now except stay calm. Understood why there were no delinquents at this school. After a few moments of silence, Mion slumped back to us. Headed? Is that good enough? Mion said before collapsing. She's alive at least. Now we can continue the game. Monster. I was amazed the person who made club activities like these could say that. But now, the worst penalty is gone now, right? Right? Rena tried to lighten the mood, and was only met with Mion's malicious grin. She was serious now. I'm not holding back anymore. You'll get yours. Hopefully it's not cagey this time. The pace of the game became bizarrely quick. I could tell that the game has gotten more intense. Ace 3, 4, 5. I'm out. I'm out as well. I'm out too. 3, I am out now. I am out. Eek! I lost? And the heavens chose to vanquish Rena. And congrats on leveling up, Chases. What kind of penalty, I wonder? It wasn't exactly hard for her to be worried. Just thinking of the level of difficulty of Mion's first penalty still made me quiver. And so the penalty... You're welcome. The penalty she drew with trembling fingers was... What was this? Speak like a maid. What is this? This one, what do I need to do? So basically, it means you have to use the same expressions as a maid. How? Okay, master. Hit me like a ton of bricks. I had no idea who wrote that penalty, but she was awesome. Then, Rena, can you shuffle the cards and deal? Yes, master. I could just die from it right now. I know the exact feeling. KG. Anyway, let's continue. Right, Rena? Yes, master. The eagerness to which I was goading Rena into addressing me as master was downright impressive, if I do say so myself. Hoo-yah! I won't lose anymore. I'm out. I shan't lose either. I'm out. And with that, I'm out too. I can't believe it. Is it Rena's loss again? Rena again? What kind of penalty would it be this time? I was delighted by the mysterious sense of anticipation. Anticipation? No, this was conviction. Okay, Chases. Remove one piece of your clothing from the top and bottom halves of your party. Oh my god! Why? That's just indecent. Who could have written this? My face written in anger. If I didn't yell something out, I would I don't know if I'm shaking. Oh, who did write that? God, please. Oh my god, I can't even read that without laughing. Okay, I'm good now. Who did it? No, I'm not good still. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh. Yeah, indeed, Maroon. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm good now. Ah, who did write that? God, please give me that man a Nobel Prize. Oh. Okay, I'm good now. That would mean an ignoble prize. Not good, not good. What was I thinking about? Was written on my face. Oh, ooh, me-chan. We're in a big... We're in a big Mion with teary eyes, but everyone knew Mion's answer already. Nope, won't go easy on you. You lost. So take it like a man, shorty. Oh my god, I couldn't resist making a TF2 reference. Understood, master. I'll undress. Woof, woof, woof. What? I looked around thinking someone else would probably stop her. Of course, I wasn't exactly turning to stop her either. Oh, sweet Jesus. I heard the rustling of clothing, sound of skirt hitting the ground. It set my heart racing. Is this one, master? I looked away like a gentleman. But these clubs activities, you need to be ruthless after all. So she had her PE uniform under. Keiji-san, whatever were you expecting? Certainly, we would not have her strip if she wearing her PE clothes underneath. Not to go poke fun at me, but right now I can't hear it. Not bad, Kei-chan. At least I wouldn't get in trouble on Twitch either. This old man never even thought you would go after her like that. You've got her all wrong. I didn't write that one. Master didn't write this one? Her squirming around in her PE clothes made it impossible for me to not feel anything. Calm down, Keiji Mebata. You don't probably wrote that one planning to go after me as I panicked. You can't fall for a trap after knowing it's a trap. Clear your head. Calm down and assess the situation. I was determined to think my way out of this. And the answer was quite simple. I win! And I then became a god. Who had already entered the domain of godhood. What would dare stand in my way? It was like me, they were pulled to me magnetically. I was picking up aces and twos like nobody's business. Eek! How could my luck of the draw be so bad? Satoko lost, right? I'll draw the penalty. Speak like a little sister. Oh, fine, Oni-chan. Yes! Pleasure of making this brat disgrace herself. Why not Nini? Oh, this old man loses again. Mion lost, right? I'll draw it out. Wear a girl's school swimsuit. Jesus Christ, dude. No! That's the one I wanted Kei-chan to get. Yes! Mion's despair was like sweet honey. Master, I lost again. And a loss, I'll draw for you. Let the person in the first place rest their head on your lap. Cute. How? In this outfit, master? Yeah! She's not wearing a skirt, so it's her bare legs. Oh my god! This one's really good! Eek, Oni-chan, you're too good. Satoko lost again. I'll draw it. Obey the person in the first place. How I have you give me a shoulder massage. Fine, Oni-chan. Come on. Do it a bit harder. Don't use your nails. I had transformed into an evil dictator and couldn't be doing anything better. It felt like I could control how the cards played out with my mind, and even decide what suits would appear just by willing it. By the time I realized it, I had already assembled a harem. I was laughing haughtily as I rested my head on Rena, who was now a bloomer-clad maid. Satsuko was wearing a collar and had taken on a little sister properties Mion was handing while wearing a school swimsuit. Today's master's overwhelming victory, isn't it? Eek! Please refrain from moving your head around so much. I began to think, why does this man have no end to his desires? How could I wish for more than this palace of dreams? What is this, Keiji? I'm saddened by the thought of a man having no end to his desires. That was it? Yeah, literally, the only thing I'm thinking of right now is, oh, desire. Rika-chan had been in first, but she continued to escape being in last. Keiji is quite greedy. It's said you should know when enough is enough. I know that very well. But how to say it? I feel like I wouldn't mind if I died now. Eek! Master, please refrain from moving your head around. Eek! You said you wouldn't mind dying. Then that can be arranged. Rika-chan said it in her usual calm manner with a cheery tone. This was undoubtedly a declaration of war. Nice swimsuit, Mion. Go, Rika-chan, go! Take him out. Wait, I should say this properly. Go, Rika-chan, go! And yes, I used to watch reruns of Inspector Gadget when I was a tyke. Defeat this archdevil of perversion. I might not be able to win, but I'll beat him. Oh my god, so far in this arc, this has to be my favorite, club activity so far. Such stoicism from this little girl who is always hidden away in Satsuko's shadow. It would probably be rude not to meet her head on. I shall face you myself, little one. I saw Mion swap a few cards with Rika-chan in the... Exactly, Chaises. Yeah, indeed. Just like when Chaises did something to Gavyasta and the whole John Cena thing in VR chat. Oh my god, I can't even help but laugh when I think about it. I saw Mion swap a few cards with Rika-chan in the middle of the game, but I pretend I didn't see it. Do you believe you can defeat Keiji-sama with just that? Two ace, ace, ace. I know that. 888 reversal. Everybody looked over me. I was still brimming with confidence. The four of them have allied against me. That's not it. You're making me laugh. Yeah, I know that, Chasey's. That was good. Reversal, reversal. Mwah! How could such a thing be? Satsuko let out a shriek. You simpletons. Using up all of her cards before calling the reversal left Rika-chan with no good cards. She was defeated soon after. I lost. Finally, you fall into my clutches. Now I'll pick one out. Whoa. Wear cat ears, a bell collar, and a tail. Even the penalties were as I wish. Let me see. Oh, Vimeo. Rika-chan hung her head and equipped the 3 holy artifacts. It's questionable as to why things were in Mion's locker, but since I had no objections, I didn't ask. Whoa. This was so... How? This was definitely felt like I had become Rena. This was definitely cute. Cute, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, I want to take her home. Or... Yeah, definitely, Scenic. Omochikari. That wasn't me talking. That was the actual Rena. Mew. Meow. As Rika-chan mimicked the cat, teary-eye rings of smoke escaped from Rena's ears with an audible poof. Rika-chan must take home. Taking her home. Just for a while. I won't do anything strange. Nothing strange. I see. I still have one trick left. Mion gasped and dropped her fist into an open palm. If Rena must, she can take me home. After Rena beats Keiji-san, she can. I thought that Rena in cute mode would be able to defeat me. Would it be that easy? Opposing me, that was the same as opposing God. I teach him their place. How preposterous. That Rena can't defeat me. Eep! For a moment, I didn't know what was going on. The 52 cards danced and flowed freely between Rena's hands like a machination of a master magician. In the middle of those flowing cards was Rena's aesthetic expression, her head bobbing around. Shall we, Keiji-kun? Hurry, hurry! My body knew it already. My whole body knew it already. I was going to lose. That scene transition. No play? Nothing to play, Kei-chan? Then with this, I'm out. Everyone cheer, I was spent. Phew, I got no regrets. God, thank you for letting me dream a little. Now then, I'll take one out. Keiji-san's penalty? This is it. Everybody peeked at it in unison, gaze flicking between the text in my face. All day today, I did as I please. I'll do whatever it is, what goes on there. All. Huh? Every penalty up until now? What the? Keiji-san should not be speaking like a little brother. Keiji-san, should you not be speaking like a little brother? Yes, One-chan. Oh! Whoa, this is quite addicting. Next, I'll have you rub my shoulders. Keiji-kun, I don't need the lap pillows, so I do the other one, okay? Or Keiji-kun. Or Kei-chan. Yes, master. How? Keiji-kun. That's so cute. Say it again. Say it again. You! Please spare me, master! Rena passed out with a squeal, blood spewing from her nose like a fountain. Oh my god, Rena. My dignity was being trampled more than a communal doormat. Next is from this old man. I'm going to have to fan me for a good long while. I don't think I could do that today, Nate, since I have to read the entire dialogue. Otherwise, I would lose entire focus. I'm going to have to have you fan me for a good long time. You know. Whoosh, whoosh. Oh, almost forgot. Need to wear this, don't you? School swimsuit. gonna take before I die of laughter. Oh. This is for girls? Can I wear the one for boys? It was clearly written here, wear a girl's swimsuit. As you can see, Satoko was like a loan shark. Actually, me trying to escape reality as fast as humanly possible was pretty adorable, if I say so myself. Yeah, indeed, Scenic. But am I going to, whose school swimsuit am I going to wear? If I were wearing one of yours, you wouldn't like that, right? Oh, this old man doesn't care about that kind of stuff at all. Think of it as a little benefit. I'm not that in shape, but I think even Kei-chan can fit into it. The executioners surrounded around me, wagging their fingers. No! My first thought, it's tied around the waist. Second thought, the chest area was pretty loose. Third thought, the area was howl. Keiji-kun is bending forward. Cute. You'll be ready after you'll wear the cat ears, bells, and tail. Dei-chan, want to look in the mirror? It's amazing, really. It's probably best if you look. A certain scientific calculating nature mixed in with her fascination made Beyond very scary. I would like to respectfully decline, Master. Your ensemble is complete. If only we could send you home dressed like that. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. I can't resist that. Then, is it enough? I'll change Anne. While I was saying that, Mion placed her hand on my shoulders and Rika-chan slipped up behind me without a sound. Not yet, Keiji. There's still the first penalty left. In this get-up, Rika-chan petted my head without saying a word. Oh, I get it. Sir, excuse me. Yes, please come in. I stepped forwards into the principal's office. My bell collar jingled adorably. The principal froze solid with a smile on his face as he saw me. I couldn't blame him. In this sacred place of study, specifically in his office. So I said, excuse me, as I entered. The sight of a person entering with the school swimsuit, cat ears, a collar, and a tail, and for it to be a young male student, without a doubt, a normal person's psyche would be stopped cold. But this could be explained. We called it uncanny valley camouflage, if you will. When humans see others, they can only begin to act after confirming this is human. Meaning that if he could not comprehend what was in front of him, then in those moments before he could begin to fully process the situation, his mind was completely blank. Just petting my dog right now. That was my one and only chance for victory. My penalty? Rubbing the principal's head. Yeah, indeed. Principal, I challenge you. Herc! I heard what sounded like a zazing 3 times. It's 3H super. The principal said one thing to me. What does it mean to be a man? A miserable pile of secrets, I guess? And in a heartbeat... Boom! Oh, God. That tremor resounded throughout the Hinamizawa twilight. That one was amazing. I'll give it that. Especially having like a laugh attack, as Maroon would call it. Rena was given permission to caress Rika-chan head as much as she wanted, so they headed home together, very pleased. Once again today, it was just Mion and I going home. Man, that was intense. I didn't know Kei-chan was also good at President. Oh, I was more surprised than anyone. If I was playing with guys, I wouldn't have been that strong. But still, it was pretty bad. Being carried off on a stretcher in that outfit would probably haunt me until the day I die. Ha ha! But that's fine, isn't it? You were able to do something to boast about for the ages, too. Oh, well, when she says it like that, we both smiled at each other. Oh, we meet again, Keiji-kun. It was Tomitake-san. It felt like I'd be running into him quite often. Hey, take any good pictures? Well, a few. So, Tomitake-san suddenly leaned over and whispered into my ear. You sure get around. You already have a different girl? It's not like that. No need to hide it. It's important to get lots of experience when you're young. But I never dated someone outside of online, though. Again, I was born around when the internet was picking up. Because Tomitake-san let out a crude laugh, Mio knew what we were talking about without even hearing his whispering. I've heard through the grapevine that Mr. Tomitake is quite the catch himself. No, that wasn't my intention. Sure. Keep up the good work and take plenty of pictures. See ya! Mion seemed to really want to get rid of this log quickly. From the way she spoke, it seems as if Mion knew Tomitake-san quite well. How's this year's treating you, mister? Staying until the Watanagashi? Yep, I plan to. After photographing the festival, I plan on heading back to Tokyo. Being a photographer sure is easy. Be sure to win some big reward and become famous. Spend all your best years on photography after all. I don't think I'm that far gone. Don't they say men start developing their own unique flavor in their 30s? You know, that oddly sounds right, considering I've been developing that myself in my mid-20s. What does it matter what you taste like? That's so gross. Oh, look at the time. I need to get back to the inn before it gets dark. Tomitake-san began to take his leave with a dry laugh. It did look like he was nervous. It did look like he was outmatched by Mion. Now then, I'll see you both at the festival. So, the Mobby team is streaming, so what's going on to have it stream it out of curiosity? After waving a hand cheerfully, Tomitake-san disappeared amidst the cries of the Higurashis. The way he's going, he probably won't ever get famous. I had promised that he'd display a picture of me if he ever opened up a gallery, but I don't think that'll ever happen. So you know Tomitake-san? Yeah, he's an acquaintance of sorts, but you know how easy it is to tell who's an outsider. It's not like you meet him all the time. Tomitake-san comes around to Hinamizawa regularly. maybe 2-3 times a year. He's taking pictures of the seasonal scenery and wild birds, but well, those photos are nothing to phone home about. The image Mion painted of Tomitake-san was fairly unique. Tomitake-san, I knew, was more mysterious. The words flowed naturally from my mouth. I wonder if he's really here to take pictures of birds. Mion stared blankly at me as if to ask, why do you say that? It seems he's here for something other than taking pictures, I think. Yeah, indeed. Don't you get that feeling? Like about that incident? The dismemberment? Oh, you too? If so, you've got good instincts, Kei-chan. She agreed with what I thought, but was quite chipper in how she said it. You knew about it then, Mion. Of course, he might be able to pull one over on everyone else, but he can't fool this old man. Mion was posturing pretentiously, but I had easily come to a very different conclusion from what she was imagining. It felt like all the apprehensions I had about Tomitake-san disappeared, lifting a burden off my shoulders. Finally able to appreciate how clear the evening sky Inamizawa was. I exhaled everything in my lungs and inhaled just as much. It smelled like dust. What is it, Kei-chan? It's just that I never thought the cries of the Higurashi could feel this good. What's gotten into you all of a sudden, Kei-chan? We both continued to giggle, not knowing why. I wonder what Rena is doing. I bet she's getting her fill of Rika-chan by now. She's probably in the middle of asking her over so she can treat her to dinner. It'd be great if she was able to take her home. Now I wonder. Rika-chan is pretty good at that stuff. At being cute, or because I know someone is as well. Yeah, I feel the same. The head petting penalty was probably from Rika-chan. I thought so too. The only one who could get away with patting his head is Rika-chan, after all. This pointless chit-chat. The hot day felt like it was being cooled down by the Higurashi. By the cries of the Higurashis. Community notice. A fate worse than death. Oh, I just got that sheet. End of chapter 5. No, that's not the last chapter, Maroon. I actually have 6 more to go. I'll read this real quick. We're greeting the end of the rainy season sooner than in prior years. On this day, when it feels like summer will soon arrive, I'm pleased that everyone is in good health. Season for the Watakanashi is finally upon us. I believe the assistance of the town council will make this festival wonderful festival. I wish to ask for the assistance of everyone in regards to a few things. Collecting bazaar goods, We look forward to the well-received Hinamizawa Grand Bazaar exhibition, holding a massive collection of excess goods and used clothing. No raw goods, please. Management. Makino Tell, unknown. Recruiting little festival drum dancers. The renowned Little Festival Drum Dancers group, known for its careful choreography, the Shofu Society, is taking the last-minute participant. We're looking for any showboat, elementary and middle schoolers. Management. Kimiyoshi. Tell unknown. Taking donations. We are accepting donations in multiples of 1,000 yen, which is like $1, as I would assume. Let me check that real quick. 1,000 yen, US dollar. Oh, oops. Yeah, it's actually an estimate of $10. 100 would be an estimate of 100 yen would be a estimate of $1. So they're basic. I know it's technically at an estimate of $9, but still, for every 1,000 yen donation, you'll be rewarded with a refreshment of stand ticket. Management. Sonosaki. Tell unknown. We are always taking suggestions for ways to improve the festival at all times. If you have an interesting idea, call Kimiyoshi at unknown. There's a 200 yen refreshment stand ticket attached below the cut line. Let me check it. Yeah, I did save that. A few days had passed since the incident. During that time, either Mion was busy or Rika-chan had to help with the festival preparation. So we couldn't get everybody together for club activities. Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years it shaved off my life each time. Not only it made my heart grow fonder. I am really not honest with myself. Today we finally had our club activities again. These weren't the same old club activities. It was called the Watakanashi 5 Demon Firefight. And it was one of the biggest events in the club. Hey G! Does this yukata still fit you? Can you try it on for a second? Mom pulled out an old dusty yukata. Nah, I don't need a yukata. Those are embarrassing. So I'll just go in my normal clothes. This is a festival. Wear it, okay? Brenna and the others said regular clothes are just fine. If I was the only one wearing yukata, it'd be even more embarrassing. I put on the same old vest as always. I'll be going with Brenna and the others. You don't need to worry about me. Is that so? I'll be going with Dad when he wakes up. Dad let out a loud snore from the sofa. Funny how that's where I sleep as well. From how it looks, he must have pulled an all-nighter last night. He just finished sending in his manuscript, so he might not wake up for a while. It seems my dad writes for art magazines sometimes too. I've never read it though. I wonder if my dad is a really famous artist. Since his own son is saying something like that, I can't imagine he's selling all that well. Yeah, I've noticed how happy my sister's cookbook for Fallout has been doing. Hashtag shameless advertising. Anyway, but He's still able to feed a family of three. My life isn't exactly full of hardships. It could be that he's some master painter and I didn't know about it. Ding dong! Keiji-kun, are you home? Uh-oh, it was already time. I didn't want them coming here, so I was planning on leaving early and waiting outside. Oh my, it's Rena-chan. Thank you for always looking after Keiji. Ma'am, he's also been looking out for... Are you blushing just from meeting my mom? Don't get all flustered. It really doesn't feel right. Let's go, Rena. Since Rena would continue to space out if I left her here, I grabbed my hand and dragged her out. Rena-chan, look after Keiji for me. How? Yes, ma'am. Even if it meant I must sacrifice myself. Then why don't you do it right now? She waved back even as I was dragging her away. Okay, Kei-chan. Are you hungry today? We'll take care of that at these stalls. You thought I'd let myself get full knowing the club activities will involve the stalls? Wouldn't have it any other way. Where are Rika-chan and Satoko? Are they already at the temple? Yep, Rika-chan's a festival committee member after all. Satoko-chan is probably with her as well. I see, alright. Let's make some noise today. Yeah! Oh my god, I thought of like the yeah scream from CSI. I think that's what it was from. We were already in high spirits with just the three of us. That is quite the stock photo. And out of place as well. It was way more lively at the Furude Shrine than the last time I came, far exceeding my expectations. Throngs of people were crammed between rows of market stalls lined with colorful paper lanterns. Despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable. There are sure lots of people here. I can't believe they all live in Hinamizawa. I mean, there's also the blue on her wristband and neck. Why do you ask, Maroon? Everybody intends to Watakanashi. I think about half the village is here. It's not just that. Municipal and youth councils from neighboring towns and villages advertise this event as well. That's right, there aren't many students at our school, but there are lots of kids here today. It doesn't feel like a festival unless there are kids running around after all. That's true, I agree. And hello and good evening. Oh, hang on. People just came in the house. These two knew everybody we came across. Of course, I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everybody yet. I see. Be right back real quick. Oh, Rena-chan? Thanks for the food you brought me a while back. My son loved it. He said it was delicious. It was nothing at all. I'm glad he liked it. Say hello to Kazuma-kun for me, please. Hey, it wasn't... If it wasn't Sonosaki Ojo-chan, I'm in charge of a stand again this year. Make sure you come and visit. Pops, have you gotten fatter? You'll end up having a heart attack with a gut like that. Oh, this kid here is new. Are you one of our underclassmen? He's one of my members. An upcoming hopeful. If you cross him, you could crush your stand in one night. You've got Lil Missy's seal of approval, I see. Hope you take it easy on me. As you could imagine, Mion was chatting away with the old guys running the stalls. Mi-chan is really energetic after all. She's really popular with the older men. I think Rena is pretty popular too, being cute and all. That was, of course, so long as her little condition didn't flare up. But as long as she's blushing quietly, she's pretty cute. I'm popular with some people? Really? Really? With some people? I evaded giving her a straight answer by ruffling tousling her hair. The stall keepers came all the way from town. It's really not a festival without them, after all. You don't hear stuff in the background. So we're going to mess with them now. I don't care what kind of match it is, I'm going to win it. Oh, yes. I'll try too. Question is, Maroon, does she have the boots? Let me send the reference real quick. Oh, there it is. Cool uniform. This is the best reference I could get, by the way, Maroon. You could show Chaise's that. Hey, you're all very late. It's unacceptable to keep a lady waiting, Keiji-san. Oh, my bad. So where's this lady I kept waiting? What did you just say? Alright, Satoko was in top form as well. Seems she was all excited about being able to get to everybody in the club together for the first time in a while. Whoa, Rika-chan, cute. Sorry about that, I was thinking the audio was too loud. Rena let out an elated sigh. It appeared that the real lady had made her appearance. Nice Miko outfit, though. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to Keiji as well. Alright. Boo! Looking good. You're looking sharp again this year. Cute. Gonna take you home. Rika-chan was wearing a Shrine Maiden outfit. Yep. Rena's little outburst was completely understandable. Rika-chan's cute sure does look like the real deal. Is that a real shrine maiden outfit? My grandmother made them by hand. They're quite authentic. Rika-chan has an important task to do at the end of the festival, so she's wearing it. I see, Rika-chan was on the executive committee because she performed all the shrine maiden rituals for the festival. God, Siri, British Siri is quite annoying sometimes. Yes, I do have my Siri set to a British accent. My work is only during the finale of the festival, so I can still play for a while. But we cannot afford to waste any time. Let us begin. Alright! It felt good to wander around the festival with just the 5 of us. Oh my god, I just turned off my phone anyway, so it won't interrupt me. Mion called everyone over a stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition. Takoyaki eating race. Yeah, sorry about that. Everyone has to buy their own. Ready? Go! A standard in vendor stalls, the takoyaki stand. What was especially standard for these kinds of events was the fact that they were simply balls of dough, takoyaki in name only. You actually had a race like that, Maroon? Jeez. It burns! Are you okay, Keiji-kun? Have some water. I got some water right next to me as well. My, eating those scalding takoyaki whole is suicide. I guess the trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left there for a while. They really don't taste good. The stall next to it was a shaved ice stand. I see. It was still a bit too early in the season for that, but right then it didn't matter. Let's do shaved ice this time. It's a shaved ice eating race. Ready? Go. Alright, I already know what's coming. The shaved ice eating race? I can't. As long as you can melt it a bit with your body heat, then. It's so cold! Not smart. This old man ordered it with plenty of syrup. It'll melt quickly when it's mixed up. Those stooges were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head-on was their downfall. You finished! K-chan is done? That was too fast. Just hope to God he doesn't have like a brain freeze. It couldn't be. Keiji-kun, you didn't add water from the goldfish tank behind you, did you? That can't taste very good. You know, I'm getting like these weird nostalgic flashbacks with the Catholic churches, like festivals that are like around my neighborhood. Next to that was another old favorite, a cotton candy stand. Oh, this one's gonna be interesting. Why don't we do this one next? Of course, it's a speed eating contest. I don't like where that's going. Hey, how did you eat cotton candy quickly? How? Or how do you? On Satoko's mark, Mio and Satoko and I all compressed the cotton candy our bare hands. It took to stick the whole thing in our mouths 3 seconds. Well, thank God cotton candy melts, but having too much of that, I can't imagine that. I expected Satoko to figure it out, but I didn't think Kei-chan would too. I can't have you treating me like I'm a newbie forever, can I? It won't taste very good. Rika-chan had also crushed it between her hands and stuck it to her mouth. Probably the only place in Japan where people eat cotton candy like this. I think Rena's only cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten. But it felt like we end up doing stuff. Eat noodles through the nose contest or human water pump at the goldfish scoop. The rate things were going, this old man was probably still into. Like I said, the stock photo is just so out of place. Let's see. I can't tell which one looks more ridiculous. The updated art or the low quality artwork. I am simply no match for Mion-san when it comes to eating repulsive things. Yeah, seriously. What's up with you guys? Are you telling me you don't want to have a blue Hawaii top yakisoba eating contest? Shake, shake, both Satoko and I shook our heads in unison. Can we have a game that doesn't involve food this time? Rena's proposal was a godsend. Ah, I see. What did I say that gave you that response, Maroon? It was about time we played a different kind of game. It also seemed like neither Rena nor Rika-chan were any good at speed eating or gorging themselves. Okay, Rena, I'll let you pick out the next game. Anything is fine. Well then. I'm going to be the judge. Find cute things on the festival grounds. I see. You have 1 minute. Fine by me. I know exactly what Rena likes. Alright. I think I could win with that. Ready? Go. Oh. Why aren't Keiji-kun and Rika-chan starting? Why not? Mio and Satoko dashed off madly, but Rika-chan and I calmly stayed right where we were. Could it be you already found it? The cute thing? We already found it. KG2? Yeah? What is it? What is it? I can't wait. Both Rika-chan and I stood motionless for those few moments before Mio and Satoko returned. This is probably the first time we've gone head-to-head like this. It will be the first. Rika-chan, you expect to win with that, huh? I am a member of this club as well. By any means is our society's third rule. Rika-chan sneered to the best of her ability. You're on! Both Mio and Satoko came back, each with their own plan of attack stuffed in their arms. Okay then, let's go in order. Let's start with the club president, Mi-chan. Too bad, you guys. I'm ending this now. This old man brought this! Where did you get those? They were old tin diamond-shaped signs. Like curry, snake coil incense, and horonamen. See, how about this? It's very understated, a little too understated, Mion. I used to see those stuck-ups on barbed wire fences. They were more nostalgic than cute. Can you explain what part of that is cute? but there were puffs of smoke shooting out of Rena's ears and nose, almost like a steam train. I didn't get it. I shall be up next. Is it this? It is this! It was the hand-drawn poster from the Ladies' Society roasted corn stall. It was a really bad sketch done by a housewife. An anthropomorphic roasted corn drawn without any sort of real plan. Its very existence invited a sense of sorrow to the viewer. Weep! That was the sound of blood jetting out of Rena's nose. Oh my god, Rena. It seemed to have been rated higher than Mion's. I really didn't get it. It feels like your artistic sense is a little avant-garde by about 5 eons. Oh, those are nothing but mass-produced signs after all. They had no chance of against something hand-drawn. I couldn't even think to begin to follow the way those guys were thinking. I know, right, JC's? She's gonna have serious blood loss. And I will be next. Next is Rika-chan, is it? What can you even do without anything? You and Satoko both forget? Yeah, indeed. Kinda like how I should stop. Kinda like me whenever I talk about dying from laughter. I don't even know if that's a myth or not. If Rika-chan felt like it, she could simply... After moving back about 10 yards, she began waddling up to Rena-chan. Seeing that, both Mion and Satsuko gasped. Oh, no! Too late. Rika-chan tripped over nothing and laid motionless after falling down. Rena hurried over to her. Rika-chan, are you alright? Alright? Rika-chan had lumped on her forehead and tears welled up in her eyes. Only her fingers peeked out from her sleeves. This was the vital part. The palms of her hands were covered by her sleeves. She made just a single sound. Ew. I was expecting Nipa, but okay. Oh, cute. Going to take you home. I completely forgotten that. The play that I personally had to use. Rena's face went completely red, her head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika-chan and began rubbing her cheeks against her. I expect no less from her. Not even a single element was overlooked. Lolly, Shrine Maiden, Brink of Crying, Mew, it was perfect. A single trip transcended into pure moe. Now this is what you call art. Kei-chan has a pretty weird definition of art. I'll just pretend the sharp sting of those words cutting through me like a razor was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned into her gaze with a daunting smile as she was caressed by Rena, who was in full cute mode. Keiji, can you beat me? The cold smile is frightening Rika-chan. It must just be in my imagination, but I see a demon inside her sometimes. That foreshadowing. Kei-chan seems to have his own plan of attack. I wonder what she's going to show her. I also wish to observe the play Kei-chan will make. Could it be? Is Keiji also going to give a performance? I basked in her pointed stares. I pulled Rena, who gave no signs of canceling out of cute mode, away from Rika-chan. Oh, cute thing. Keiji-kun, let go. I'll show you something even cuter. Just hold on for now. Huh? Oh. Is something even cuter? But it's a bit too crowded here. Let's go back there. Rena looked very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine. I cannot fathom what Keiji-san could possibly be planning. This is Kei-chan after all. No, it couldn't be. Keep on fighting. Yeah! After a bit, I returned. And a bit after that, so did Rena dragging her feet. There's no way that scoundrel Kei-chan did something to innocent little Rena. Mio and Satoko passed by me, heading straight to Rena. What exactly did he do to you? For a moment, Rena was too dazed to realize someone was talking to her. Oh, it's me, Chan. How? Rena, are you alright? Did Kei-chan do anything to you? No, he didn't do anything strange to me. How? This is quite severe. All I can really think of is Rena is the best girl in this series of visual novel. Or girl. Exactly what did Keiji-san do to you? It was so cute. How? Cute. What did he show you, Rena? Rena let out a really long howl. Her eyes sparkled as she spoke. Cute, so cute. It was Keiji-kun's furry little seal. Womp, womp! In the blink of an eye, Mio and Satoko's elbows smashed into my face. Huh? Huh? What? Showing Rena something so dirty? You sick pervert. I shall have beaten you into oblivion. I'm like literally thinking of an Oblivion quote right now. Oh, what's one I could think of right now? The only thing that's flowing through my head right now is help! Murder! By the gods, there's a psychopath on the loose. Okay, I'm done. I just said it, Maroon. Wait, you got it all wrong. A dark billowing aura flowed from Mion and Satoko. It was no good. They're gonna kill me. Ni-chan, I'm not sure what's going on, but you got it all wrong. See, Keiji-kun had... It's a first seal keychain. Rika-chan stuck her hand into my pocket and pulled out my keychain. He said he... long ago for one of his summer school assignments. That he doesn't show it off to him because it's embarrassing. Yeah, I know, Maroon. Yeah. Or there's even this. By the 9 divines! Assault! Assault! Yeah, so small and cute. He tried his best to make it. It's so wonderful. Oh. This old man thought you meant it was Keiji's cute little fur seal. Oh. I'd expect no less from Mion-san. You misconstrued things in the wildest ways. They slung insults at each other's attention again. And looked like they were ready to tear into each other at any second. I beg of you, if I'm in the clear, would you mind getting off of me? We were interrupted by a flash of a camera. Hey guys, you all seem energetic as usual. It was Tomitake-san. As I lay crumbled on the ground, Mion and Satoko continued to bicker above me. Rika-chan was patting me on the head, and Rena was still in cute mode. It was probably quite a lively scene. It's a fine evening indeed, although it's rather poor etiquette to photograph a lady without her permission. That's right. Please, you don't really need Satoko's permission. Satoko dug her heel into me. Good evening. Ah, you're heading back tomorrow, aren't you? Were you able to take lots of good photos? Thanks to you, I got plenty of good shots. Tonight's the last we'll see old Takitami-sama, isn't it? Such a shame. And here I am just petting my dog while reading this at the same time. Hurry up and have your major breakout soon. Sounds fishy, but okay. Just as rude as ever, aren't you? I really am sad I won't be able to hear that voice of yours for almost half a year. Be sure to have as much fun as you can tonight. You'll be back in Tokyo tomorrow, after all. He's just sitting down. That's what I'm doing now, Chases. That's true. It will be another 6 months until I can enjoy another night where I can see the stars. Tomitake-san looked up at the night sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness. Why don't you move here, Tomitake-san? In Hinamizawa? Tomitake-san was speechless. It's not very convenient here. No shops or recreational spots. There might be anything really here, but you know. Everyone knew what I was trying to say. Tomitake-san was also well aware. So Rena, Mio, Satsuko, and Rika-chan. None of them butt in. I've only been here for less than a month, so I really don't know everything about it. Normally I'm a really talkative guy, but in situations like this, I'm at a loss for words. Even though this was all happening in such a boisterous setting, I feel like all that background noise was fading into. This place is probably. Tomitake-san rests his hand gently on me, silencing me. Thank you, Keiji-kun. Mion-san and Rena-chan, Satsuko-chan and Rika-chan. Tomitake-san's smile was so slight, it looked like as if it was going to crumble at any minute now, but it was warm. I also think it would be great if I lived here. Those who might have seen cruel words coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. A hand touched my back. It was Rena. Keiji-kun, you shouldn't pick on adults. It's not nice. The background clamor of the festival returned. We won't be seeing him for a while after all. We need to make sure Tomitake-san also enjoys tonight. Well, when Rena smiled, the mood instantly got brighter. That's true. I think I'll do just that. Ah, hey, Mi-chan. How about it? Can we let Tomitake-san in on our club activities? That's a great idea. Or so I thought, but Mion had a snobbish look on her face. One of the requirements for membership is resident in Hinamizawa, you see. Come on, Mi-chan, just for today, don't be mean. Well, he does come around often every year. I'll make him an honorary citizen. Whoa, yay! Now then, I wonder if this aged fellow will pass his prime will be a match for me. Let's have him show us the wisdom of a mature adult. You keep up with this, youngins? Tomitake-san stepped back slightly at our audacious grins. I, Mion Sonasaki, club president, do hereby authorize honorary citizen Tomitake entry into our club. Her words were quickly drowned out by our cheers. Yay! What do you mean by club? What our club does is, see, in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities with various rules. Sometimes they are in your favor, and sometimes they work against you. I'm pretty weak, so I'd prefer you not single me out. Let's try to get along. If you wish to mock our childish games, this will be the perfect opportunity. I'll leave you with nothing. You'll even leave the hairs on our butts. On your butt. So it's a club where we play games together. Of course, Rika-chan was the only one to give an answer that made sense. Alright, just what I wanted. I'll take you up on that challenge. Don't be too rough on me, my mentors. Omitake-san got riled up and did a victory. It's a toy gun as far as I'm aware of, Chase. Got riled up and did a victory pose, like he was 10 years younger. That's perfect. We continue walking through the festival with Mion in the front. Now we looked like a family of 6. It had some intensity to it. Same rules as always. The loser will, of course, be subject to a penalty. Yeah. I think that'd be insane if it was an actual gun, Chase. Omitake-san was a bit surprised, but to us, it was the same as always. Regardless of how terrible a penalty it was. Just don't lose! Rena was also brimming with determination. She didn't have any intention of losing. That's true. I tousled Rena's hair to lighten the mood. She giggled to hide her embarrassment. I see, this is what it means to feel like a kid again. Omitake-san whispered that to nobody in particular. At that moment, we heard an old man call out in a strong voice. Looking over, I realized it was the man Mion had greeted right before the festival. You're here, little Miss Sonosaki. Seems you brought quite the crowd. We came to eradicate your entire stall. This stall was a shooting gallery. Oh, I see what she meant. It was the usual setup where you had to knock down the prize you wanted with a cork gun. Oh my god, that was making me hype for Bendy Chapter 5. The rules are simple. 3 shots, the winner is whoever gets the biggest prize. Everybody shouted their agreement. There was no need to consider how to win, since the conditions for victory was simply size. The biggest prize at the stall, it went without question. It was that one, wasn't it? That teddy bear, cute! Perna was gazing longingly at the large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed on an unsteady platform, but it was impossible to get it if you hit the right spot. It's magnificently set up to make someone think that. Not bad, Keiji-san. I figured you would see through this scam instantly. I'm pretty sure we all do, majority of people in existence. Most logical course of action would be to aim for some candy or a doll. The intended analysis had already begun. In this club, you'll get eaten alive if you don't come prepared. Everything hinges on what plan you can come up with before the main event. At some point, a large crowd had gathered around us, making a big fuss. Oops. At some point, there was this much of a following at our club's infamous event. Knocking that bear down ensures a win. Only 3 shots. To use them all just trying, that'd be rough. Hey, I have other customers waiting, you know. Who's up first? The first one has the advantage of being able to aim for easier prizes, but it's dangerous to compete without knowing the gun's quirks. Tomitake-san's take on the situation was pretty good. He gets what our club is about. Well then, to be fair, how about using rock, paper, scissors to decide? How about it? That's really the only way. Rock, paper, scissors. After a couple matches, it ended up with Mion being first. I didn't want to end up first. Oh well. I think I'll just think of it as a handicap. Gramps, gun, here you go. When the shooting range guy handed her a rifle, Mion looked over it intently. He didn't forget to check the cork bullet either. Okay, this gun is brand new, isn't it? No faults, not bad. Mion raised the gun in one swift motion. It was completely different from her careful inspection. She was shooting from the hip. Up, fire, reload. Up, fire, reload. Up, fire. Flop. Flop, flop. 3 candy boxes fell, one after another. A big haul. The crowd paused in the moment of awe, and then erupted in cheers. Whoa! Awesome! That was quite good. Tomitake-san was at loss for words after seeing such shooting prowess. Amazing, Mi-chan. 3-3! Her accuracy was incredible. Her choice of target wasn't bad either. The three Mion had gone after were fairly large and pretty easy to knock over. They were all targets with a very high return on investment. Who's up next? Satoko? Careful, the bullets are light. Next was Satoko. The rifle looked a bit big for her lithe body. It didn't seem like she had any problem with the weight. Of course, I shall aim for the grand prize. She proclaimed that she was going to after the teddy bear. Satoko, such a bold move. The moment she knocked it over, she guaranteed to be in first. Good luck, Satoko-chan. Satoko was the opposite of Mion. He aimed at the target quite carefully and squeezed the trigger. Pop! 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 Ah, these bullets are too light. The first bullet struck the bear in the torso, but it only shifted a bit. You need to aim higher towards the head or it won't work. Pop! Satoko's third bullet wasn't aimed at the bear, but the candy box below its arm. I hate to say it, but it appears the bear is just too much for me. She went boldly after the big catch. But since she's switched over to the less impressive prey at the last second, the crowd only gave a strange laugh. Were they laughing because she lacked the courage? Oh, these fools know nothing. A fine attempt, Satoko. You've gotten better. The palm of Mion's outstretched hand went pump as it tapped down lightly on Satoko. She appeared just to be talking hot air. This was actually completely calculated. That's Satoko. Just to avoid being in last place, she dared to switch over to an easy target. Well, shame or honor. Magnificent. I'll allow you to take the bear, Renasan. I pray for your victory. Okay. Thanks so much, Satoko-chan. Ow, Bear-san, so cute. Rena was up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of a barn as regular Rena. Well, she said that bear was cute. I wonder how Rena-chan will do. I hope she's able to hit at least one. You're underestimating Rena, Tomitake-san. It's Rena, you know. It's Rena Ryugu, you know. if it was to get that teddy bear. Whoa! Tomitake-san wheeled around to see what all the commotion the spectators making was about. If I were to get that bear, she'd be able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Rena Ryugu could do it. It's shaking, how cute! Rena couldn't handle her excitement over the bear's slow rocking. Now Rena couldn't lose. Not bad, Rena-san. Less you collect it, you become stronger you get. Oh. Whoa, dude! Another big cheer. I couldn't resist adding dude in there. Rena's bullet hit the bear's forehead again. Not enough. The bear seemed to wobble more than before. It might not be possible. You never know. Oh, with Rena's skill, it might be. Well, Tomitake-san was just excited as the crowd. Rika-chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Rena had 10 more shots, then she could surely knock it over. With just one more, no matter how you look at it, no go. Oh. Ow! The crowd let out a dejected groan. He shot it right in the forehead 3 times. It was a bit late, but they gave her a good round of applause for the attempt. Oh, Bear-san, take him home. How? She should be praised for valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. At the moment, the old man flicked one candy box with his finger and handed it over to Rena. This is for you, little lady. Huh? You're giving this to me? How? The gods wouldn't forgive me if I let you go home empty-handed after such a display. There's another shower of applause. Rena turned bright red and I pulled her back over to us by her hand. You did a good job. Your cute mode really surprised me. Oh, I really wanted Mr. Bear. It was easy to see that it only needed a little more to be knocked over. Rena had done quite a lot for me. I still need to pay her back for that delicious picnic. Alright, then I'll get it and give it to you. What? Tomitake-san had stolen the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Hi, Bosky. How are you doing tonight? Oh, are you the guy from Nerds Are Us? Okay. Please, Tomitake-san. Good luck! Old man Tomitake! Stealing the good parts for yourself. A small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head just before I was overcome with frustration. Yeah, indeed. I'm just gonna look this up out. Oh, okay. How are you liking it so far? I ask. The small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head. Yeah, and I'm just like a pre-Twitch TV guy, or Justin TV guy. Just before I was overcome with frustration, you can keep on fighting too, KG, okay? Tomitake-san carefully studied the bear. Setting his sights, he shouldered the rifle while holding the other 2 shots in his hand. Why is he doing that? Yes, no doubt. Tomitake-san is aiming for... What? The times between the shots was short. It's meaningless to shoot again once it stopped shaking. Tomitake-san relied on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling more than it ever had before, but that was all. It still didn't fall over. Oh, too bad. All of Rena-chan's momentary expectation from watching it swayed violently into a dejected sigh. I really thought it would work. Oh ho ho! It seemed that since you're a man, you will not be receiving any candy. That was it. It meant Tomitake-san had no spoils of war. Bosky, if you're wondering why Maroon said that, it's because she's also a 2013 Twitch user. So both Kei-chan and Rika-chan can just shoot down a small, easy prize and avoid being dead last. Avoid being the loser, huh? Oh, sorry about that. It's your turn next, Keiji-kun. Best of luck. I was the 5th shooter. I took the rifle from Tomitake-san. If I took the roofless route, as Mion had suggested, then I go for a small target. Except... oh, that's a shame. I'll just type a message just so you can see what mine was created. Like so. I definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion. Passed down to me by Tomitake-san. The regret of not being a man enough to fell the bear that Rena wanted. Yeah, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man. After all, that was my promise to Rena. Huh? What promise? What? Man, that's a lot of emoticons, I'll really give it that. Just shoot down that bear, then give it to Rena, that one. You mean... oh... The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation. Ooh! Cool, Oni-chan! You got balls, man! Like balls of steel? That's not it. Find men of the crowd. If I didn't do this, then Rena might mug the old man running the stall on his way home. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why can't I just express my honest feelings? Keiji-san surely talks the talk. How do you know I actually intend to bring down the bear? Oh, I see. Wow, I'm just looking at this and the only thing I could think of is, do you know the way? Rena and Tomitake-san's shots did make it tilt a bit, but I think finishing the job will be difficult. Keiji-kun, if only there was some way to shoot faster, I'd be able to pile more power on the sway from each hit. Good luck, Keiji-kun. After taking 2 deep breaths, I shouted over the guy. 2 more rifles, huh? The crowd murmured amongst themselves. I wonder what Keiji-san is up to. One person can't handle 3 rifles at once. Oh my god. VR chat is amazing, to be honest. I get it. I've actually done some streams on it as well. Nice thinking, Kei-chan. Mion was able to figure out magnificently. Basically, what was taking the most time was reloading the shot. That's right. Yeah, let's hope he gets the... I guess the thing I could say for Keiji is, you got this. Tomitake-san. I need... oh god, hopefully I make my room will be ready so I could start doing VR chat streams again. Tomitake-san went silent, peering at me and the bear through his lens. His photographer blood predicted a miracle will occur. And then the crowd finally picked up on what I was planning. They let out a great cheer. Yeah! They chanted my name. KG, KG, KG. Rapid fire is the key. If I miss, all is for naught. You! After laying out a deep breath, I paused. The space room. Oh, right, for the VR stuff? Yeah. Hopefully I get the room I want for that, because the thing I definitely love about it is the dinosaur wallpapers that was actually for my eldest sister. After laying out a deep breath, I pause, relax. Now! Yeah, I do love me some dinosaurs as well. Aw. Oh yeah, I actually met Sawtooth via that when I did one of my favorite streams I did. For like, I'll tell you the story, but that's when I met Sawtooth with with the marching band guys. That moment, it felt like time itself had stopped. Pop, pop, pop. I feel like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. Hit it, and knock it down. The first shot on the bear on its head. Second. Third. The bear swayed hard, and then... I see. Woohoo! Yeah! Ooh! The cheers begun before the stuffed animals even finish falling off the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and it tossed it over to me. I know, like, one thing after I finished, like, after we met Sawtooth and whatnot, me and a couple of guys hung out in the Great Pug, and then I was hearing, like, Donald Duck's voice, and I saw this John Cena model using that voice, and oh my god, I was dying of laughter, and I had to run off to cool off after that. But it was talking, his face got distorted constantly every time he talked as well. It was probably amazing. I'm probably never gonna forget that. You actually knocked it over. You got me. Amazing. Congratulations, Keiji-kun. Keiji-san has finally learned how to use his head. I see you in a slightly better light now. I can't do it all by myself. Everyone hit it. Oh, I see. That's an interesting term, and those small bits together brought it down. This trophy belongs to all of us. Right, this is all of us from working together. Me didn't hit it a single time. Irk. She's right, you know, Mion. After holding up the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it down to Rena. Here, this is from me. No, from everyone. Thanks for always making your delicious lunches. Rena, thinking she was never actually going to get it, and momentarily speechless. I can't, Keiji-kun. This is everyone's after all. How? In that case, I was the one who knocked it down, and it's mine. It's mine, so I'm giving it to Rena. I pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time, she embraced and accepted it. You watched out for me ever since I moved here, after all. Ah, I see. I'm really grateful, you see. Thanks a lot. How? Keiji-kun, thanks so much. Rena dubbed at me. Mion told me a few days later that Rena kissed me, but I realized that during all the excitement at the time. By the way, Bosky, I should check out my other streams as well, because I don't... Yeah, she is maroon. Because I know I do other stuff aside from reading books, if you know what I mean. Like right now. I remember what I was trying to say to Tomitake-san earlier. There really isn't much of anything here. But there's lots of things you can find anywhere else. I gained a lot from coming to Hinamizawa, especially at that moment. The crowd cheers echoed on and on. And that was pretty fun. From the altar set up in front of the shrine, the drums sounded with booming echo. It was the finale of the festival. Yeah, indeed. I'm planning to do another one as well, of course. It's from another of my favorite anime ever. I'll be going off ahead then. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, I see. Are you from, like, the UK? I'll be going off ahead then. Uh-oh. I need to go and get myself a good spot, too. Well then, everyone, see you in a bit. I mean, it's like 8 o'clock in the States here, so I don't know, like afternoon schedules never worked for me. I see. What part of Europe, may I ask? I have some European blood in me myself, mainly Polish and Italian. Both Rika-chan and Tomitake-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd. I wish both of you the best in your endeavors. Yeah, I live in central US, of course. Now, shall we be off? Yeah, might as well go see Rika-chan. Charming figure. Ah, I see. Let's go. Yeah. Huh? Where's Rena? Oh, I see what you mean. I know, like, it would be 12 when I started streaming at 5. Yeah, huh? Where's Rena? What are you doing? Keiji-kun! Mi-chan, save me! Since she was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of people. What is she doing? She must have her hands full taking care of that bear. So I'll leave Rena in your care, Kei-chan. I have my hands full taking care of Satoko. I see. I know there's like this world people would sleep in with their VR on. Actually tempted to do that as well at some point. Who would want to be looked over by you, Mion-san? Mion-san, ouch! Don't pull on my arm. Or losing sight of Mion. Yeah, it definitely would be Chasey's. Plus, usually I'm sleeping in the living room because I'm more of a couch guy. Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the back of Rena's collar. I see. For me, in terms of like PC, it's always about the desk and chair, but I've been picking up with that on consoles too ever since I got a Elgato. Keiji-kun, not there. Don't grab me there. Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the net back of Rena's collar. Ah, geez, maybe loosen up the straps, I'd say, Chasey's. Oh yeah, it definitely is. I think there are moments that whenever I wake up, my body doesn't want to get up at times, which is weird. Kind of like at that one episode where the bear from, what was that? Evil Con Carne, that's what I remember for the show title. Like, I know like there was the bear that wouldn't wake up when the mad scientist was trying to get him to get up. I don't know, it's been so long since I've seen that cartoon. Keiji-kun, not there. Don't grab me there. Always so bossy. Where can I grab then? How? I didn't feel ashamed at all. Rena was ashamed enough for both of us. I'm not like a alcohol drinker. All it's about is water for me in terms of beverage. With ice cubes as well. I grabbed onto Rena's hand and dashed after Mion and the others. And I was thinking of like the rapper just now, since I like listening to some of his music. Ice Cube, of course. We're gonna be late. And yes, I do have this soft side of like 90s rap. Let's hurry up. Yeah. I hadn't realized Rena's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition? That wasn't what I meant, not at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, "Keep it together, Keiji Mebara," in my mind, but it didn't look like I would be able to anytime soon. I didn't really want Rena to see my face right then, so I pushed onwards. An adult bevy? Oh, I see. I really didn't want Rena to see my... Oh, I see. See my face right then. So I pushed onwards, dragging along without looking back at once. I think the thing for me regarding, like, water, there's an argument I like to make. If water didn't exist, I don't think we would all exist. Rum and Coke. If I wanted to go like other beverages I would drink, it would be like, apple juice and milk. Yeah, I know, I have a childlike taste in beverages. There was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. The fire at the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There were a pile of futons warded with sanctified rope in front of the altar. Cranberry. I never really got into cranberry juice. It was always... I know when I was a kid, whenever I had like my own lunch at like the Boys and Girls Club, the only thing I would usually have is salami sandwich and apple juice, if I recall, and a bag of Cheetos. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with a cotton and futons. No, it's all about puffed Cheetos for me. Or just like cheddar flavored. Whatever is cheddar flavored for me. Oh my god, I know that. I'm feeling like that too, Chasey's. Keiji-san, Rena-san, we're over here. Satoko waved her hand out from the front row. Ah, sorry. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they saved. How was it? Were you able to have a little bit of excitement with Rena? You punk! So that's what your plan was. Instead of replying, Mion gave us a perverse grin. How was it, Rena? Was Kei-chan's hand bigger than you thought would be? Ow! Rena turned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slice through the air and went around to see Mion on the ground with a welt on her face. Mion, when were you hit? Between the ha and ow of her howl, I think, Rena, it's not good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment. I didn't hit her. Whatever, how? Thump, the thunderous beat of the drums echoed, silencing the crowd. You must all be quiet, it's beginning. Just for the opening applause. It was a solemn ritual. Rika-chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the municipal community. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clasped their hands in praise. You know, right now I'm thinking regarding Mabi, I wonder if Chasey's is actually getting her Rena cosplay ready. And congrats on leveling up, Bosky. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tomitake-san's camera. Yes, I'm catching on to that. Yeah, I do have like a leveling bot. Just so I could get people involved in the chat just by having an RPG chat bot. What's the big thing Rika-chan is holding? A hold that's used for this festival. It's a sacred farming tool that only the Shrine Maiden may touch. It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment, not uncommon for something unused in rituals. Ah, I see. Yeah, she's almost to like the Wrath of the Lich King cap as well. Yeah, I make a lot of reference to video games since I'm like a really big gamer. To the point I show this to entertain people as well. After reciting a Shinto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hold skillfully, plowing it into the futons. Each and every turn, Each and every little movement of this performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Hang on, someone's coming in from the front. Okay, I'm back. Aww. Each and every movement of this performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was the ritual. And Chaises, if you're actually doing that, you might have to be ready for, cuteness overload. What's next? Airing out futons? She's purifying futons that absorb illnesses from the people over the winter. So when Keijan said airing out futons, he wasn't completely wrong. Yeah, indeed. Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. Oh, it won't be too bad. Don't worry. That hole is probably really heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Satoko looked on, silently lending her support. Worried? Rika practiced every single day with a mochi hammer. She will certainly prevail. Satoko's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika-chan started to sway a little, she held her breath. Why wasn't Mio a candidate to be the Shrine Maiden? It feels wrong having Rika-chan. Hi, Avion. How are you doing tonight? It's been a while since I've seen you on my streams. Are you hyped that I'm going to do Jet Force Gemini soon, though? It feels wrong having Rika-chan swing around something so heavy. I'd do it if they asked me, And well, I see. Good evening to you then, Avion. How are you doing? It's not something that just anyone could do. That's true. Oh, yeah. I can't believe it. I'm pretty sure my younger self would be amazed at me beating Jet Force Gemini. Shrine Maidens need to be pure after all. Grr! Mion drove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drums, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. Yeah, or aka Galwano reading a book, or a video game book. After the Shinto priest had raised up the cleansed futons like a portable altar. Ooh, very nice. It's been a while. I would love to see your crafting streams. But the one we saw was pretty amazing. It was pretty fun to talk to as well. All the spectators stood up. Following after the priest, we all marched on at a moderate pace. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line. What's happening now? Washing the futons in the river. Otakanashi means setting cotton adrift, I think my dog might be barking. The procession continued right up to the bank of the stream. A fire was stoked high and it was bright as day here too. Alright. Woof woof. People started crowding around it and clamoring. Alright, get in line. Line up, Keiji-kun. I wonder what was up. Maybe we get some holy wine? Speak of the devil, Chaises. Red and white and bean buns. It's not food. I said it was cotton. Ah, but of course, I couldn't call it the Watiganashi for nothing. Someday I read holy wine and all I could think of what he just mentioned. Yeah, indeed. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from the inside futons and balled it up like mochi, handing it out to people. Rena dove into the line and brought out for me as well. We then proceed to the bank of the stream. Since it's your first time, Keiji-kun, just copy what I do. Oops. She held the cotton in her right hand, waving her hand as if to purify it. She touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs. Wait. That kind of reminds me of when you do this, like the gesture saying, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. You should do this 3 times and silently give thanks to Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama, what's that? The name of the shrine's god? Yes, it's the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. It brings us both miracles and curses. So you must be sure to show respect. It sounded like a pretty frightening god. Well, when in Rome, I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. You know, the only thing I was thinking is like with Caesar, when you're not appeasing the gods, it will just end up showing wrath to your economy and whatnot, or bringing invaders. Doing as Rena showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Though for like those city builders, I prefer Pharaoh the best. Take your time, Chaises. Thank you, Orashiro-sama. Thank you, Orashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. This way, all the evil that possesses you is sucked out by the cotton. You let it gently drift away from the stream and you're done. Together, Rena? I see. Well, at least reading a book is pretty relaxing. Thank God for the visual novels, then. Together, Rena and I set our pieces to float on the surface water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the evil festering in Hinamizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals I'd see on TV. That's something I would see in those Mobby events as well. The best part, though, was feeling like this rite of passage had me a true resident of Hinamizawa. I don't think this chapter's over yet. While staring off into the stream, I somehow got separated from Rena. I wasn't very lonely, though. I know this place now. This is where I live, my home. It's probably better if I just stay here instead of wandering around aimlessly. Someone would surely find me while I was enjoying the evening breeze. I heard a familiar voice. It was Tomitake-san's. I headed towards it. How did it go, Tomitake-san? Were you able to get some good shots? Yeah, fortunately. Tomitake-san was with a girl. I felt a little like I was intruding. How was it, Keiji-kun? Did you enjoy the festival? And the way she spoke, it seemed like she was a resident of Hinamizawa. I really try harder to remember people's faces here. What was her name? Well, it was fun. My face must have given away how desperately I was trying to remember her name, but she gave a lighthearted chuckle. It's probably because it hasn't been long since you moved here. It's pretty hard to believe, seeing how friendly you've gotten with the other kids. That's how it looked. It was probably all thanks to Rena and Mion. Perhaps you will feel more like a resident of Hinamizawa after taking part of the festival today? I wonder about that. Oh, that's not like you. I tried to get used to Hinamizawa, but there were still plenty of things I didn't know. The faces of people I'd met, for example. Things that had happened in the past as well. Oh, you're feeling left out because of something like that? It's not so much of a feeling left out. I'm not sure how to say it. That incident at the dam construction site, the fighting over it and other conflicts, terrible incident they pretended they didn't even know about whenever I brought it up. Even though it was in the past, as someone living in Hinamizawa, it wasn't wrong to want to know about the good and bad that happened here. If it will put you at ease, I'll tell you everything I know. Tomitaki-san smiled, made me more relieved than I ever been. It was hard to think of what to ask when someone said, "Ask me anything," though. Even when there was so much I wanted to ask. Then, could you tell me about what happened when the dam was being constructed? Just for you guys, I want to show you, this lady's look. I don't know, she looks pretty menacing in this artwork, so I'm just gonna go with the original one, which doesn't look as suspicious, if you know what I mean. What happened when the dam was being constructed? There was a big incident when Hinamizawa was going to be submerged, right? I think the locals would be more knowledgeable about the dam than I am. Well, if you don't mind, I'll tell you what I know. It's only what I read in the newspapers, though. Tomitaki-san's eyes entered in an unfocused gaze as he searched through his memory when he spoke. The decision to start the dam project was finalized 7 or 8 years ago. I heard it was the next major project after Kurobe. Then there were three major issues in Japan at that time. Improving inter-island transportation infrastructure, meeting the higher demand for electricity, and flood control. There was a boom of dam building due to the massive economic stimulus they provided on top of generating electricity and flood control. Hinamizawa had the right condition to support the dam construction, so it was singled out. The dam reservoir would have covered a lot of the ground when it was completed. The entire area, right up to Yaguichi, way upstream, would be underwater, but why would they have to pick a populated area like Hinamizawa? Couldn't they have picked instead a place where nobody lived? I'm not really sure why, but I heard that it was just the right terrain for building a dam. Yeah, indeed. Of course, there were protests here in Hinamizawa. Rika-chan had here said there was a battle from... that choice of words I had to guess had turned violent. There was a trial and was even brought up before the national diet. It was covered in Tokyo newspapers too. Mione told me all about that as well. I'm sure every resident of Hinamizawa had united to fight together, feeling a solidarity found here which could not be expressed properly with mere words, was likely brought about by that battle. As a result, bribery and scandals were brought to a light. As things got more and more complicated, they eventually halted construction. If I wanted to know, now was my only chance to ask. It was certainly a bizarre incident that boys my age would be curious about. I felt a little ashamed from the fact that was enough to have my curiosity piqued by Rena and Mion's refusal to talk about the event. I figure I might as well ask since I had the chance, just so I won't stop thinking about it so much. So everyone crashed? Why does that not come as surprising to me? So there was a dismemberment, right? There was. I happened to be here in Hinamizawa at the time, so I remember it well. Tomitaki-san's answer was nonchalant in contrast to my hesitantly forced out question. That music! It was about this time 4 years ago. It was the day of the Watakanashi, if I recall correctly. It's the original artwork, unless I'm using it for this stream, but if you want to see like I'll just show it just for Evie. Yeah, indeed, definitely. Just for you, how he looks with professional artwork. Usually I just go with the original artwork because I'm that type of guy. That type of person. Debate on whether to continue construction on the dam was in disarray. Scandal after scandal rocked the project near the end. The incident that was final nail in the coffin for the dam project. A fight at the dam construction site ended in the victim being murdered. Yeah, indeed. I know there's mods where you could get like the PlayStation 3 graphics as well. And as far as to my knowledge, you could even set it to Japanese. So, I'm not sure as an American why you would do that, unless you could read that. A fight at the... Oh, during prosecution, 6 assailants divided the remains into 6 pieces and heated each one. 5 of the 6 criminals turned themselves in out of guilt, but the one was still on the run. The right arm heated and had yet to be found. The major details lined up with what in the tabloid I read earlier. It was certainly a tragic incident, but it wasn't so terrible that Rena and Mion needed to hide it from me. I guess they didn't want someone who just moved here to have a negative impression of Hinamizawa. I felt grateful for having friends who worried so much about me, as well as shame for still being so interested in it. It was near the end of all of the trouble with the dam, you see? So everyone was saying that it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. Oyashiro-sama's curse, huh? Oyashiro-sama is the name of the god at the shrine that held the festival today. If I recall that correctly... I see. Their guardian deity rained divine punishment down on the evil dam construction for trying to flood Hinamizawa. Apparently the younger ones didn't think so. But it seemed the elderly in the village never doubted that it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman with Tomitake-san said with a mischievous chuckle. Tomitake-san began laughing with her. It was infectious. I ended up laughing as well. I'm just reading it out loud. I guess that's how it keeps me going. But I wonder about that now. There are quite a few, I think. Amongst the youth, too. A few what? People who believe in Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman's lips were still curled with a smile. Her expression turned stern. Why not? I used to love reading books when I was a kid. And after that, plus there's this kind of alternative for gaming. It continued every year. Always around this time. Continued? What continued? Tomitake-san paused for a second as if to build up some suspense. Then he whispered to me as if someone might have been listening. Every year on the day of Watakanashi. Music stopped. Oh boy, somebody dies. It even starts to get intense. Music. The year following the dismemberment, on the day of the Watakanashi, a man from Hinamizawa who supported the dam fell off a cliff overlooking some rabbits and died while he was on vacation. Oh yeah, definitely scenic. Unfortunately for his wife, the body was never recovered. He supported the dam construction even though he lived in Hinamizawa. At the time, there were a whisper amongst the elderly saying it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. Oh yeah, it starts to get spooky. The woman chuckled mischievously again. Quick question, Scenic. Have you read the visual novel, or watched the anime, or read the manga? The next year, the night of the Watakanashi, the shrine's Shinto priest died suddenly from an unknown illness. Her wife drowned herself in the bog that night. The shrine's Shinto priest? You mean he was from the shrine here? Oh, I see. I watched the first few episodes, which this one was based on, and the manga as well. Yeah, indeed. The shrine's Shinto priest, you mean he was from the shrine here? The woman nodded. There was a rumor amongst the villagers that they weren't able to quell Oriashiro-sama's anger. Then a year after that, again on the night of the Watakanashi, they discovered the battered body of a local housewife. Housewife? Up until now, all these mysterious deaths were people involved with the dam or had connection with Oriashiro-sama. With that in mind, could the housewife have been involved in some way too? Exactly, the woman stated slyly. Oh, it was more menacingly. One of the victims' relatives, you see, was connected to the younger brother of the dam supporter who fell to his death 2 years before. I see. The younger brother is still alive, it seems. But it did bother him quite a bit, so he moved to the neighboring town. For a while, I stood there with my mouth agape. The battle over the dam construction site, with Hinamizawa's future at stake, and the murder was at the center of it all? That was all I knew, and that was all I wanted to ask about. But that wasn't all there was to the story. Homicide, body disposal, accidental deaths, terminal illness, suicide, fatal beatings. I'm a pretty level-headed person. I don't really want to believe in curses, but the freakish deaths happen every year on the day of the Watanagashi. Okay, there we go. Watanagashi. And all of them were related to the dam construction. It's easy to dismiss them as coincidence by themselves. When you put them all together, dismissing all of them as coincidence would even defy logic. What? Watanagashi. Okay, thank you there, Avion. Okay, yeah, definitely, thank you. It's really hard to say when you're saying it fast. And you start getting some accent in as well when you're saying Japanese words. I don't believe in curses, but every single year on the day of the Watanagashi, somebody or something makes it happen without fail. The woman chuckled again, as if she picked up on what I was thinking. It felt like she was saying, there was, maybe we frightened him, stuff like that. I felt embarrassed at being read so easily. I pressed Tomitake-san to continue, a bit of impatience and irritation in my tone. Then, someone died the next year, right? Who was it that time? I wonder, who do you think, Keiji-kun? What? The way he said it didn't agree with me. The sarcastic tone ticked me off. Don't avoid the question, I'm serious here. Hey, calm down, Keiji-kun. I realized when she tried to calm me down that I had been panicking. Hang on. You know, this oddly reminds, and congrats on leveling up, Avion. We aren't trying to avoid the question, Keiji-kun. It's just when you say the next year that's today. Oh my god, that music. When she hesitated to say it, Tomitake-san finished for her. I broke into cold sweat. I really didn't like the direction this was headed. Nobody wants to speak of it, but they all think it's going to happen again tonight. The festival was so cheerful, though. Well, the victim last year, the housewife, she was a non-believer. It turns out that she didn't even attend the Watakanashi festival. Oh, Watanagashi. Oh, I can't even say it properly when reading it fast. Watanagashi. Yeah, indeed. There was a rumor going around that if you didn't participate in the festival, you will incur Oyashiro-sama's wrath. Didn't you hear anything about this, Keiji-kun? I never even heard a whisper of that rumor. Then the reason everyone was at the festival was they were afraid of the curse? I see. I don't know, like the recent, like this is reminding me of all the bad luck I had, like during August and September. When I put Mobby on hold, of course. Thankfully, I have G21 to finish now. I figured that must have been the reason. There were a lot of people at the Watanagashi than usual. At least I stopped myself for a bit. I guess everyone was afraid after all, of Oriashio-sama's curse. I couldn't utter a single word. In this modern age, where we've made progress in all scientific fields, shedding light on an unknown and misunderstood, where black and white television have been eradicated and we've sent men to the moon, even with all our accomplishments, this can exist in modern society? Tons of invitations were sent out to the neighboring towns, youth groups to help pad the numbers. But after that string of events, you decided to join. The municipal committee members were complaining about how hard it was to gather participants. Also, the police are treating each case as isolated. They don't believe they're connected. They're trying to keep it quiet. So it's all plainclothes officers. And congrats on leveling up, Nate. It finally begun to dawn on me why Rena and Mion were reluctant to talk. If nothing happened during this Watanagashi, everything would have been over and I'd be none the wiser. If nothing happened, all would be well. In that case, it would end up just being crazy talk. I should have pretended like I knew nothing from the beginning. Then it wouldn't have to act like nothing happened. And we would be able to have gotten back to life as usual. Indeed. Maybe it was just too much for him after all. The woman ran her fingers down her hair as she sighed. No, it wasn't. Not at all. I tried to act strong, but that just served to emphasize how much the information had unsettled me. After seeing how I looked, Tomitake-san appeared to regret it saying anything. A sigh. He then spoke, forcing an awkward, upbeat demeanor. Yeah, it looks like it. Keiji-kun, surely you don't believe in such thing as curses. Well, no. If the causes of all the crimes are unknown, if the perpetrators and their methods all mysteries, then I would think it's the work of a curse. But that's not how things are in reality. The police are investigating the evidence and suspects to uncover the truth. Hearing him say police made me feel a lot better. It was perfect for repelling the word curse. The first one, this dismemberment, for example. I told you, didn't I? All but one of the perpetrators were arrested. It's only a matter of time for the last one. The motive turned out to be an arrangement they had while intoxicated. That's no curse. Don't you agree? That was true. If it didn't happen on the day of the Watanagashi, then I wouldn't think it was related to the curse at all. Yeah, indeed. The accidental death of the man who supported the dam is the same. He was in possession of others that hate him. The police made a point of investigating from that angle. They concluded it was an accident, not foul play. But they both happened on the day of the festival, right? Just think about it, Keiji-kun. Do you think people with a lot of enemies here in Hinamizawa could participate easily in a local festival? It would be especially hard for them to be around during the Watanagashi. So they probably left Hinamizawa intentionally around this time of year to travel, don't you think? It wasn't a very clear explanation, but I sort of understood what Tomitake-san was getting at. So I pressed on earnestly, asking more questions so I could convince myself. Then Tomitake-san, what about the priest who died after that, the one with the unknown illness? That also happened at the day of the festival. It It's even easier to explain what happened to the Shinto priest. The Watanagashi. Oh my god. I need to stop saying it fast. The Watanagashi is a really big event that occurs once a year. It was probably from all the built-up stress, or may have been because of a pre-existing condition. But it was an unknown illness. It's hard to believe something like an unknown cause could exist with all our advances in medicine. It was just an exaggeration, rumors making rumors. Anything would get worked up over having incidents happen 2 years in a row. Sudden death is quite unnatural, though. Of course, the police ordered an autopsy because of the strange way he died. It wasn't enough for him to open a full investigation, you know. Turns out it was just a sudden death due to an illness. The priest's wife committed suicide, right? What about that? I believe I had already explained that everyone was shaken up by the incidents happening for a third year. Those who are of strong faith were quick to believe that it was a work of a curse. Of course, that included the priest's wife. Apparently, they found a suicide note that said something like, "My death will quell Oyashiro-sama's anger." Oh, then how about the next incident with the housewife? That happened on the day of the Watanagashi too. The perpetrator has already been caught, and the case has been closed. Turns out it was just some nutjob trying to continue the legacy of the Hinamizawa curse. And then how about the incident next year? Oh yeah, this year is the next year. Kamitake-san gave a hearty laugh. Nothing will happen. Not this year. It was never a curse to begin with. It's just that a group of people believe it was an explanation for a string of coincidences. My internal computer finally got itself back on track. I was a bit embarrassed by how childish I'd become after losing control and panicking. I can see how clearly now Keiji-kun really does love Hinamizawa. Yeah, that's why I picked this artwork over the updated ones for her. Oh, the other one I had a more the ones that were before that had a more sinister look. Keiji-kun couldn't bring himself to believe that such a thing existed. I felt very relieved. I should probably just forget everything I heard tonight. I'll greet Rena and Mion tomorrow with the same smile as always. Oh yeah, definitely. They probably also like tonight too and end without an incident, so they can go continue on tomorrow without having worried me. Perhaps seeing my change in attitude, the woman who had been listening in the stretch as she got up from the rock she was sitting on. Okay, I think I could do it now, just for you, Avion. Okay. That's why I went with the original one. It just looks, like I said, it looks pretty sinister to me. Well then, I should be getting back. Goodness, I think I may have gone on a bit too long. There were so few people compared to the crowd from before. I could only make out a few groups of families enjoying the cool evening air. I looked at my watch. It seems we talked for a better part of an hour. Didn't you just come along with your friends, Keiji-kun? Not going to look for them? Oh, yeah. They might be all looking for me. You're quite the scoundrel making the girls look for you. See you, Keiji-kun. Have a nice night. You too, Jiro-san. I'll see you a bit later. Ometake-san seems to be quite the scoundrel himself, so his name is Jiro. After dusting off her backside, she disappeared into the crowd of people still busy cleaning up the shrine ground. Keiji-kun! So sorry. In her place, Rena came running over. I could see all over the others behind her. Speak of the devil. My bad, Kei-chan. We got so caught up in our discussions. The cheery music, Avion. Yeah, now we're back to happy moments. There is... Does it have like all the voice actors from the anime? I wouldn't mind hearing Mai Nakahara voicing Rena again. I'd completely forgotten about them while caught up in my own conversations, so we were even. Hi, so Tomitake-san was with you. This works out perfectly. We still need to settle the shooting gallery competition. That's right. So I guess I'm gonna end up dead last. In the end, after my dramatic victory, Rika-chan was the last challenger, but there weren't many targets left. The ones remaining were all tiny and difficult to hit. So she did take her time and aim, but all 3 shots she completely missed. So she was to end up during the loser crown of with Tomitake-san. However, she did her little mewing cry in front of the owner, and she turned to mush instantly. And I keep thinking again, shouldn't it be like Nipa? She was even given a pack of gum as a consolation prize. Her methods were a bit audacious, but she did avoid... Oops. She did avoid being the loser rather magnificently. Come to think of it, Rika-chan is quite the trickster. I have no idea what Keiichi is talking about. Now then, it's decided that Tomitake-san is dead last. Everyone cheered and applauded. Tomitake-san smiled warily, slightly bewildered. So, Tomitake-san, are you ready? Penalty time! So... Oh, I completely forgot about that. You're too naive, Tomitake-san. This is why our club can never lose. Mio pulled a felt-tipped marker from her pocket. Oh, it's that? Show him some mercy, Mio. At least use a washable marker. A permanent one is too harsh. It just has to be permanent. It comes off when you do laundry anyway. Whoa, what is this? Please take it off. Please take it easy on me. Polvus pinned his arms behind his back, and Mion approached him with the marker in one hand. And squip. She didn't write on Tomitake-san's face. She wrote it on the shirt he was wearing. You better have your big break this year, Mion. Rena took up the marker next. Show me your photos next time, okay? It was a little heartwarming, and I just had to laugh. This is more like a farewell card than a penalty. That's not as soft as the rest. I'll make sure this is a proper penalty. Dead last, Tatsuko. Try harder next time, Rika. Here you go, Keiji-san. I couldn't decide what to write, but based on what kind of penalty this was probably the most appropriate. Come back and play again, Keiji. Tomitake-san was silent the entire time. At least he was quite bewildered, but now he had a different look on his face. So I have to wear this all the way back to Tokyo as part of the penalty? I see! I'm Avion, clever. Of course, you better wear it all the way home. You could wear it too when you come back. It would be nice. He appeared deeply moved. Embarrassment mixed with the wealth of other emotions turned him bright red. Understood. I'll wear this next time I come here. I promise. Everyone cheered and applauded. It was the finest parting gift possible for a buddy heading out tonight. I saw the woman who was with Tomitake-san standing near the festival grounds. It seemed Tomitake-san noticed her too and knew it was time to leave. Seems like your guest is waiting. It's about time. Yeah, that's certainly how it seems. Tomitake-san headed off towards her and seemed to apologize for making her wait. We all shouted stuff at Tomitake-san. Maybe you will be, Avion. We all shouted stuff at Tomitake-san. Each time we did, we looked back and waved. He looked back and waved his hand. Eventually, he faded into the darkness of the night, out of sight. It was quite the casual farewell. This wasn't the first time any of us had seen someone off. They had done the same thing many times before. He's gone. About time we take off too. Rika-chan had to stay behind with the other committee members. Welcome back, by the way, Chase. Since they were having a meeting, Satoko was tagging along with her. I headed back home with the usual suspects. You're welcome. The walk back was quite lively with the talk of the day's war story. Should've done this, should've done that kind of stuff. Ren and I parted ways with Mio, and then it was just the two of us. Then we got to my house, and I parted ways with Rena as well. It's already pretty late. Are you alright by yourself? Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. It's close. I'm going to run too. You run into some weirdo, just yell. If someone does come, will you come and save me? Maybe? Maybe? I hear you? Oh, okay. I'll scream loud enough so you can hear me. Merely spinning her arm around it. High speed, Rena dashed off. She was fine in that mode. Not even an adult could stand against her. Rena's cheerful presence disappeared and it finally became quiet again. The curse had not a single person even whispered about. I see. The more I learned about it tonight, the more unsettling it became. It didn't show any of their faces, but they were probably all quite concerned about it as well. If nothing happens tonight, then it all ends up just being crazy talk. Nothing will happen. Nothing bad. Nothing bad at all. What's wrong, Keiji? Why are you standing in a place like that? Come inside. You'll catch a cold. It was my mom. You go, Mom? The Watanagashi Festival? In the end, your father didn't wake up, so I missed it. A little disappointing. Mom stuck her tongue out with a bit of embarrassed look on her face. So what tips am I gonna get tonight? Or today? Or in this chapter, I mean. Whoops. Oh, I've got a good chunk of them. Six more chapters to go. From the June 1980 edition. On the afternoon of Unknown at 2 p.m., office employee Unknown and his wife Unknown of Hinamizawa Village in Shishibone Prefecture disappeared after falling 27 meters from the observatory platform in Shirakawa Prefecture. Police and firefighters searched downstream and discovered the body of Unknown at around 7 p.m. that evening. His wife, Unknown, has yet to be found. The search has run into difficulties due to the effects of Typhoon Uri from the previous day. It appeared a railing at the observatory that Unknown leaned on had broken, causing him to fall. The groundskeeping staff was questioned by the police in regards to facility deterioration, and if park maintenance was performed properly. Alright. From June 1981 edition. On the afternoon of Unknown around 10 p.m. in the Unknown district of Hinamizawa Village in Shishibone Prefecture, the Shinto priest at the Furude Shrine passed away after an existing condition he was recovering from suddenly worsened. Parties close to the deceased said he was suffering from anxiety issues concerning the festival, which was to be held that day. After that, unknown's death, his wife, unknown, went missing, leaving behind a farewell note. The police and local youth association continued the search. However, given the presence of the farewell message and the fact that the Onikakushi marsh is said to be bottomless, they have run into difficulty. Hi, Neptunia Monster. How are you doing tonight? Oh, isn't that like the anime Final Destination? I remember that. I know the anime version of the main character looks a bit like Keiji. Definitely, yeah. It wasn't reported in the newspaper. Wait. Well, that was a quick tip. What about radio log? This is Okinomiya Station, calling Unit 3. Unit 3, please respond. This is Unit 3, loud and clear. Backup is heading your way. Hold position until further instructions. Over. Roger, Unit 3 acknowledge. Requesting no headlights. Requesting radio silence. Station, the doctor has arrived. They want to carry it away. What's the order? Over. Yeah, I know. Oh, very nice. Avion. I'm good. Just playing some Higurashi. Acknowledge. Leave it to the doctor. Affirmative. Understood. Ah, backup has arrived. Shouldn't we let them take a photo first? I think the Vic is done for. I think it's time for another early ending, since I feel like doing the rest of the chapters next week would be perfect now. And congrats on leveling up, Neptunia, considering next Wednesday is Halloween! And I'm hoping people are excited for that. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be streaming Team Fortress 2, and Friday will be, Friday will be the final chapter of Bendy and the Ink Machine. Yep, this is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the pumpkin song. Okay, I'm done singing that. And shout out to Nate the Great, by the way. Okay, let me... Definitely, Chasey. Alright, so yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and you're welcome, Avion.